All right.
Well, hello there.
We're getting ready for episode 223 of GameSpeak Podcast. Let's go. Yo, 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 and hello, and welcome to the 223rd episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are now streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeak Podcast. If you want to catch us, if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else, but you can also see that on Facebook, YouTube, wherever. We're live everywhere. This show is two childhood BFFs and a brand new BFF bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at GameSpeakPodcast.com, where we need you to subscribe to our official newsletter so we can make sure you never miss an episode. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Bamboozled Bass.
Oh, you've definitely done that one before.
Have I?
I feel like so.
times.
Yeah, maybe that
Okay.
one. I feel like that one's
Hold
happened.
on. Let me. Brent Busty Bass.
I feel like you maybe have done that one too. It's just hundreds.
I've done busted
hundreds
bass.
Of this.
I've done busted, but not busty. Like I'm picturing you as like an anime waifu
I mean,
right now.
I definitely. This isn't the first time you picture me as an anime waifu. Let's just.
Wow.
Anyways, we've got Devin
We got some secrets on the show. No. But yeah, and then we got
Devin the Demon Slayer
Woo!
mayor.
He's like, so you're the waifu. He's just the anime protagonist,
No,
bro.
See, yeah, I lift people up, Jamel. You know, I call them.
What's
Demon
wrong with being a
Slayers.
waifu?
A lot.
Wow,
There's
that's
nothing
get
wrong
the
with
long, luscious
slaying
locks to be the
mad
waifu and
demons,
everything.
though. You know.
I got a question here. All right, so you're saying there's something wrong with being a waifu, dude? Chad, thanks for the follow, buddy. I didn't know that you didn't already follow us, but I appreciate that.
That's pretty rad, Chad.
Yeah.
Hasn't he posted in the page before?
Yeah,
I'm so
I
confused.
think he got a-
Chad's long time, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking, we used to have a segment named after Chad and shit.
Which
he
we
goes
still
back.
do. That's what the listener questions is.
Chad inspired the listener questions. The people's champ.
Wasn't it called Chad's Corner or something?
I forgot, but it definitely had Chad's name in the.
Brent just lost it.
I've lost my microphone.
Well, while Brent gets that hooked back up.
I got it.
Yeah, no, while Brent gets that hooked up, me and Devin will talk about our weeks.
Oh yeah, because I mean we actually had a pretty big hangout session.
We did, yeah.
Friday, yeah.
A hang, dude. A hang.
Yeah, in honor of Brian Moctezuma's birthday.
Yes.
When got some really good ramen.
Once
and then,
again, happy birthday, Brian.
Yeah, happy birthday, bro. Good. Hope you're doing fine with 30. Hope
Yeah.
you're taking it easy.
I hear it's hard. It's tough.
Not far behind you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then after ramen, we went and did some pretty manly shit with axe throwing. So that was fucking cool. We were all a lot better than I thought we were gonna be at it.
Oh yeah, dude. And I had one of those. What's it called? Like a Truly seltzer or something. Whatever.
Pretty manly.
Yeah. No. I gotta tell you, that shit tasted like actually good. All right, I was expecting.
Truly?
Yeah, Truly.
Yeah.
Seltzers always taste gross to me. I hate seltzers, but being a diabetic, I gotta go for the low carb option. And they had this. It only had 2 grams of carbs, and I drank it. It's 5% alcohol though, like compared to like the beers and shit, which were like a lot less. So I was like, I'm gonna drink this real fast and see what happens. And I got a little buzzed off of it. I was like, nice, that's nice. But I had fun throwing axes, a little buzzed. You know what I'm saying?
Doing dangerous things under the influence.
Yeah,
It's
that
always
was
a great
weird.
idea.
No, yeah, like I feel like it's a lot more dangerous than it should be. Like throwing these axes. They were like, here's the rules, you gotta follow them, and nobody fucking followed the rules. Like nobody. There was people like standing there writing like their points right behind somebody about to throw an axe, and like the backside of the axe is like a blunt like
It's like a hammer.
metal. Yeah, it's like a hammer, and they're like throwing it behind their head. And, like the guy's face is right here.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know?
not gonna lie. I'm imagining people with like those hats with like 2 Trulies attached to their hat with little
With the
little
straws.
and they're like riding around on unicycles, like juggling axes.
It's
like
it's kind of like that, but like instead you stand about 5 feet behind somebody who's throwing axes and could at any point pull the whole "I fucked up at bowling and accidentally threw the
Let an
ball
axe
behind
go
me."
by. Yeah.
Like there's nothing blocking you from like getting an axe thrown into your fucking skull. But then you like go up, you know, and it's you standing next to somebody else throwing a super sharp axe. It's not even just one at a time. So like you're like side by side throwing axes, and then you have to remember not to go run towards your axe after you throw it because this guy might not have thrown his yet or something. Like it's just really dangerous. I
it's
don't
just
know.
a matter of time.
It was
Yeah,
really fun
you
though.
know?
I mean,
Yeah.
I had a good
It
time.
was great.
Nobody lost any limbs.
No.
We did
Sounds fun.
But the guy who was like giving us like telling us how to do it and everything, definitely on crack or something. But he was like telling us, he is like, yeah, last week a lady came in here and she didn't listen to us and she got hit in the face with the hammer part of it. Like she went up behind her husband to hug him for some reason. She thought that was a good idea when he's about to throw
He said
an
that
axe.
was last week.
Yeah, he said it was a week before.
Oh,
and,
shit.
And he threw it back and just boom, hit her straight in the face.
Oh,
Busted
no.
her open. And
Yeah,
everything.
busted her open, dude.
Could have been
That's
worse.
no
Could have been
good,
the
no good.
sharp end of that though.
But anyways, yeah. So we threw axes, and then y'all had like, what was it, ramen or something? Y'all had the ramen.
Oh yeah,
bowls?
that's right. You didn't eat ramen. Yeah, I had ramen and then this little sticky bun with some pork in it. That
Yeah.
was. It looked like a marshmallow, but it was a steamed bun.
Originally, we were supposed to go to this anime themed ramen place in Houston,
Oh, dope.
but it was so far that we were just like, fuck it, let's just go to this one in
Yeah.
spring. But the in Houston they have like an anime themed ramen bar, like or whatever it's called. You go in
What
there.
makes it anime themed?
Like
just
they
got
have like
anime
TVs on,
characters and
like
shit on
playing anime,
Ah,
like
dope.
all the ramen's like named after anime characters and
Or
shit
probably
like that.
out of anime shows.
Yeah,
There's a lot of shows out.
that sounds pretty sweat.
yeah, dude.
Pretty sweat.
It's pretty sweat, but yeah. And then I finished, or I watched more of Love, Death, and Robots, and I gotta say it gets progressively really good ones, and then all the rest of them are just kind of like, all right, like the one with the 3 robots walking around in the apocalypse, just like talking about shit. That one sucked
Oh
ass.
yeah,
Then there was like one
there are a few duds, but I feel like there's been bad ones.
first season. First season is really good. Second season,
You watched them in reverse though.
Oh well, then.
So
Second season's
you like
better.
Second season. more.
Yeah, because whatever's going on in this first season is not that hype. Like, I feel like the ideas are kind of cliche, like compared to the second season. The second season has a lot of crazy.
A lot of
shit.
people have been saying they like the first season.
The
more.
reverse. Yeah.
I personally like the second season more. Also, I'm with you on that, but like I feel like we're in the minority there.
Really.
I've
Yeah.
yet to watch the second season, but I like hold the first season in very high regard. There's only
Yeah.
a couple that I didn't enjoy.
I like the first season a lot, but I just feel like the second season was some bangers. Like every single episode in the second season slaps. Like
Really?
So
yeah,
in the
my
first
opinion.
season, is there the one with the 3 robots walking around?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm a pretty.
So
I
then
like that one.
Then I
thought
watched the first season first, then because
Well,
that
no, because you were
'cause I watched
talking about other episodes last week that were in the second season. You got it like in
maybe
a
it's
random
like
order.
mixed. Maybe
Yeah,
it's like on a
Yeah, you got it on shuffle.
a shuffle or something.
You got to show me how you put shit on shuffle.
Yeah, on Netflix. But yeah, it's good though. Like I'm enjoying it, but there are a lot of duds in my opinion. Like that I was expecting some of them to be a lot better. Like it's like a cool premise, but then they just like don't really do much with it, and I'm like, well, that's
From an artistic standpoint, there's something
Oh,
good to be
yeah.
found in every episode.
Oh yeah,
'cause
the
it's
animation
all-
is always good.
Yeah, and it's always a different. I'm pretty sure it's always a different studio or artist doing each one, isn't it?
yeah, and
It's
a
like
lot of them are
collection.
based off of like books and like short stories and stuff.
Kind of reminds me of the Animatrix, except it has nothing
Yeah.
to do with the Matrix, and every episode is like a different.
It's literally
episode.
the Animatrix.
So
yeah.
So it's funny. So similar to Love, Death, and Robots, we're actually going to be getting a Star Wars version of this, except it's going to be Japanese anime studios doing their own short films.
That could
It'll
be
be like
cool.
it'll be a collection of different
Ah.
anime studios, each doing their own take of a
Star
Star Wars
Wars?
short story.
That could be
That'd be
fun.
tight, yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
animation.
I'm looking forward to that.
That sounds cool.
As long as it's canon. Like, I don't want a bunch of just randomness that doesn't get to be canon.
It's gonna be randomness.
I need something new to watch. I've been watching a lot of fucking Hoarders lately. Like, I can't stop watching Hoarders, man.
That's when you know, like, you're just like at a point where you don't have nothing to do.
It's bad,
You
man.
gotta quit watching Hoarders.
That show gives me anxiety.
Hoarders?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't.
Makes
it
me
gives
feel better about my room that's only slightly messy.
Well,
You know?
with Hoarders though, it's like horrible whenever they're just like digging through all that shit and like they find like dead cats and stuff.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, you know.
It's just like it's part of the game, dude.
I guess that's
Find a
part of
hole.
what I like about the show, though, is the like a little bit of
The
morbidness in
surprises.
it. You know,
the
like
surprises.
yeah, it's
Ooh,
like
what will we
Storage
find?
Wars, but gross. You know,
There's a whole dead person right here in this dead pile of trash.
I like the music they play when they're doing dun 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 dun. I like how the psychologists don't really help much at all. They're
No,
just
they don't.
like, we're a hoarding specialist, and they're just like, you have to throw this away. You have to. Your family's they're gonna condemn the house.
Yeah, it comes down
You're
to
gonna
them just.
condemn
It's like, did you really need them there to tell you that? Like,
Do you think that they'd like somehow have like a trick to like kind of get in there and like get them ready to to move
Dude.
forward in their life, and they're just like, you're being fucking dumb right now. look at yourself. Look at yourself. You're garbage.
the
You're
worst,
garbage.
there's one that's like exponentially worse than all the other ones. Her name is Zazio. I think it's Robin Zazio or something. She's like, I'm Dr. Zazio. I'm here to take care of the hoarding problem. And she's just horrible. She doesn't actually talk like that, but she's really fucking bad.
What-
Anyways,
But yeah, so is that all you've been doing? Just
yeah,
chilling
I've
and
just been
watching?
watching Hoarders for fucking a whole week. Like,
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta have a true TV weekend.
it
you know
was
what
a
I'm saying?
true TV kind of weekend, you know?
You just like put on the what's that? The gator towing. What is that show called?
Oh, Lizard
Lick towing, dude.
Dude.
Just waste your life for a week.
I need to watch some Lizard Lick towing.
No, you
that
don't.
sounds
Don't do that.
great right now.
Is that what? Is that the one with the big crazy lady
Yeah,
who
it's like
gets like hit out of a fucking parking garage or something?
what?
No,
No,
There's
no.
crazy shit happen. Okay, there's
Crazy
some,
shit does happen.
There's some towing show. I don't know what it was. It was one of the popular ones. She gets hit out of a second-story parking garage or something.
I don't
see,
know.
that's
about
too
all
real.
that.
True TV is
It's too
fake as
real.
fuck. Like
No,
true-
no, this is fake as fuck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
then
no, she did not get hit out of a second-story parking garage and then get up and go whoop this woman's ass.
Oh yeah, no. It's literally
Yeah.
wrestling.
It's like
all
Dog
it is.
the Bounty Hunter,
I
except
think it
for
is.
fucking.
I think it is the same one. Then.
It's
I'm almost
professional
positive.
wrestling with like a show, like like as a show. The husbands come in. Like if this was really happening, like like these guys have survived like crazy shit, dude. Like I'm talking like murderers. Like it's just on a daily basis.
You want to watch an unscripted show where they're really beating each other up? Go watch the fucking Bad Girls Club on Peacock. My girlfriend
God.
watches this show called The Bad Girls Club.
I've seen.
Have you ever heard of this?
I've heard of it, but
It's
I've
kind
not
of an
seen
old
any
show.
content from
It's like
it.
an old MTV show, and it's just a bunch of just like hooligans, and they put them in this house, and they just beat the fuck out of each other for like 12 episodes. Like seriously, like there's no faking it. Like they're like throwing faces at each other and shit. It's fucking
And the
ridiculous.
winner gets drafted to the UFC, the women's UFC.
Right.
I imagine that's what would happen if you put like Cardi B and like
It's basically that.
Yeah.
Every one of these girls is just Cardi B, but not famous.
yeah,
you know
and
what
like
I mean?
but
All in
have
a
the
house
attitude
together.
of Cardi B.
Yeah, but way worse. It's like Cardi B like turned up to like 11, like fucking. You got like honestly.
Yeah, like that's awesome though. I don't think I could handle watching
No,
that.
it's ridiculous.
I'm too busy watching Secret Life of an American Teenager. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not watching that. but-
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson.
Ever heard of it?
Dude, I stumbled onto this crazy show. It's called Dawson's Creek.
I never-
One Tree Hill, actually, dude. Things are getting crazy in there. No, but anyways, yeah, that's all I've been doing this week. Let's move on to the video game news because we have some pretty interesting news. And just so you guys know, we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of these articles as our own. We're just bringing them here into one place so you have all your news. You know what I'm saying? Anyways,
Yeah.
let's start this off with some interesting news here. Joe Screbbles at IGN says PlayStation has acquired Nixxes, a Dutch studio that specializes in porting games to PC. Announced by head of PlayStation Studios Herman Hulst, Nixxes has been bought for an undisclosed fee. The studio will, quote, provide high-quality in-house technical and development capabilities for PlayStation Studios, according to a press release. Nixxes has worked extensively with Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and IO Interactive since forming in 1999, porting the recent Tomb Raider trilogy and the two most recent Deus Ex games to PC. So there's no real specifics on what it is that they're going to be doing. Sorry if you guys hear GameSpeak dog yelling. But it says...
He's a Sony fan. He's excited.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it's all coming to PC. Yeah, but so like, it seems like with this acquisition, you know, they also announced in the same acquisition that they're purchasing or that they bought the company Housemarque or whatever that made Returnal.
Right.
So now they're a first party studio. So it's kind of interesting that they bought a PC porting, you know, house. Like, you know, they were like so against this for a while, but I haven't.
They gotta buy it, or else fucking Microsoft will come and buy that shit.
But Microsoft doesn't need a PC porting.
I'm
studio.
just kidding.
Yeah,
Microsoft's just buying everything.
Yeah, they
like,
just come in and get
they're like a
Housemarque.
black hole, just sucking in every fucking company that flies too close to them. Like fucking.
Ghost of Tsushima was confirmed for PC, right?
No, really?
No,
Was it?
We
Or
talked
was that a
about-
rumor?
did we?
No. What we said was that there's word that it's coming to PC pretty
Okay.
soon.
And was that before and after this acquisition?
That's what I've been waiting for. I've intentionally just not touched it on PlayStation because I know one day it's going to come to PC and it's going to be worth the wait.
Hold
I
on.
need that fucking 60 frames. Well, either that or I'll get it on PS5 because that'll probably be worth the wait too. I'm sure it'll get some kind of PS5 upgrade whenever they put it on PC, if they put it on PC.
It says, yes, Ghost of Tsushima will be making its way to PC. How do we know that? The same way we found out. Oh, wait. Yeah,
I've heard it's so good. I can't wait to play it.
The PlayStation only label was removed from the box art on Amazon. That's how. So
okay.
apparently that's been happening with like all the games that have come to PC so far. So like Horizon Zero Dawn and Days Gone, before they came to PC, the PlayStation only label was removed off the box art on Amazon, and the same thing just happened with Ghost of Tsushima.
I'll tell you a
Nice.
few games that are PS4 exclusives that PlayStation could make a dickload of money and a second life for the game on PC were they to re-release it. Fucking God of War, the 2018 God of War.
Yep.
Obviously, the Last of Us series.
Oh, of course.
Fucking Until Dawn. You know what I mean?
Imagine The Last of Us with mods.
All
Oh,
these games with mods.
Yeah.
all of
Imagine the
them.
monsters in God of War with mods.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
And Until Dawn is basically a game that's just dead, not making any more money right now. Like you could put that out on PC and just have a whole new make a whole new shitload of money off of this game that's just a dormant IP right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would look great on PC. People would love it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of really good PlayStation games that just port them to PC. Just like you can make so much money. That's probably what this team is gonna do. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you don't purchase a PC porting studio to not
Yeah.
port shit
Yeah,
to
and not
PC.
utilize it.
It's funny though because like so many PlayStation fans are pissed about this. Like, and you go on Twitter, I'm like reading the comments on the articles and stuff, and they're like, that doesn't mean they're gonna port their games to PC. Like it's just they could be helping with other things. And like people are like, what is this PC porting studio helping with besides porting stuff to PC? Like, well, you don't know. I'm like, why does it matter?
Yeah. Why does it make you so angry?
Because people
Because
want
once they
a
port-
tribe. They're like, the PC is the only, or the PS4, PS5, PlayStation's the only way. And it's like, but dude, like, we just want to play games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm down. Like, if I can play PlayStation games on my PC, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, at MSRP, you could get an Xbox and a PS5 for about the same price as a normal PC, probably cheaper than your average like dope PC nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you could have the best of both worlds for the same price as a PC if you really want to.
Or you could
know
just
what
buy
I'm
a
saying?
PC.
Or you could just buy a PC. You know what I'm saying? But the you know, it's not that you're getting what you pay for. It's not that expensive to get into the market right now, assuming you can find one. Unfortunately, that's the real barrier of entry right now. You know what I mean?
I think what
For
they're
sure.
mostly angry about is the fact that if they start porting the exclusives to PC, then there's not really going to be a reason to have a PlayStation 5. if you have a PC.
Drive by Joe.
It's going to be affordable.
They are.
That's the thing.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
The PS5 is delivering like a fucking $1,500 PC experience right now for like $500. You know, $400
True.
if you get
Well,
the
that's
fucking
the
digital
thing.
edition. You know what I mean?
But these are the people that are like the whole time they've been like, well, there's no reason to buy an Xbox because all their games come to PC. You know, so like these are the same people, and
Now they
now
gotta
that
eat
it's
their
getting
words.
turned on them, they're being mad. They're just
Yeah.
angry about it.
I mean, the real winner here is the PC.
exactly.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But
It's-
at the same time,
So excited.
it's not like these games aren't going to come to PlayStation first, you know? Like, PlayStation's going to put them on their console first, you know? Even if it's just a month of exclusivity and then
Yeah.
it goes straight to PC, you're still getting it before everybody. It's going to be optimized for PlayStation, you know what I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
You
Folks
know,
still gonna be mad. You can't, no matter what
folks
you
still
do.
going to be mad.
That's my favorite thing though. Is just the anger. I love
This little X bot is just absorbing
I'm just
all
like
of it.
fueled, dude. I'm just like going in and I'm just reading it. And just like-
Really good time to be a PC gamer, though, because honestly, Days Gone is one of the most fun I've had with a game in a long time, and I would have never, ever played that game had it not been ported to PC and just been on sale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm thankful for all these games that hopefully I'll get to play in the future that I kind of missed this generation, like Ghost of Tsushima and stuff. So
it'll also be interesting to see what Housemarque will do now that they have first party funding, you know, because like
Yeah.
they've been kind of like the arcade game maker, you know, for a long time, and then they come out with like Returnal, which is like that next step up, and then now they're gonna have real money. So it's like,
dude,
gonna
I
be
bet they're
interesting.
gonna. The next thing they make will probably be a sequel to Returnal, because I think Returnal did pretty well.
oh, it did, yeah. I think it did well for what it was specifically. The
But like
fact
what
that-
you're saying with the funding, like
Yeah.
like Returnal 2 with like more money, more resources and shit, I think that's what they really want. Is like, all right, you did it so well on your own. Let's see what you can do with us helping. You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely.
Hopefully that's what they want.
All right, who's next?
Yeah, how are we,
I can
how are
kick
we
it
doing
off.
this rotation?
Let's see. Dan Houser, the co-founder of Rockstar Games, who played a central role in the GTA and Red Dead franchises, is apparently setting the stage to create some kind of new company. After leaving Rockstar in 2020, Houser appears to be starting some kind of new company called Absurd Ventures in Games. The UK's Registrar of Companies said in a filing that Absurd Ventures in Games will work in the area of, quote, ready-made interactive leisure and entertainment software development. Absurd Ventures LLC and Absurd Ventures in Games LLC companies have also been registered in the United States, dating back to February. In any case, it sounds like it's early days for Houser's new company, whatever it might be. Houser had been away from the company on an extended break since spring 2019, following the intense workload of Red Dead Redemption 2, before officially leaving in 2020. Houser said he and a small team worked 100-hour weeks during some of the stages of the game's production, for which he was a writer. Dan's brother, Sam Houser, is staying with Rockstar as its president.
Yeah, I think that's gonna really affect, how future. Oh, hold on one second. Gotta get it. Farley, come here. I think it's really gonna affect how future Rockstar games come out. Which we have news on some of that stuff here. We'll talk about in a little bit, but
Yep.
I don't think Rockstar games are gonna be the same ever again without Dan Houser. It's very upsetting.
You don't think Sammy Boy is going to do a good job over there?
He was never the writer on any of the games. Like he was always just like the producer. So like Dan Houser wrote all of the games that we love. He wrote all the stories. He wrote all the directions, that everything. He was actually the creative director as well on most of the games. So like everything going forward is no longer a traditional Dan Houser Rockstar game.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real, though. And let me be real, at least for myself.
Yeah.
That fucking the only Grand Theft Auto games that I felt had like a really amazing story were
Was
like 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. And
Mhm.
Red Dead Redemption 1 had a pretty good story. Even Red Dead Redemption 1 feels dated if you go back and play it. It's still
Yeah.
a good story, but it's like... And then San Andreas was like mediocre. 4, in my opinion, was kind of a mediocre story. I don't know. You know?
No,
like,
and I don't even mean just story specifically. That's why I brought up that he was the creative director. So like his direction on everything was he was the guy that was like,
final
this is
decision.
the way it should look, the way it should act, the way it
Yeah.
should go. You know, so like I think that there's going to be a huge
Well, it said he
difference.
worked as a writer on Red Dead 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
He was a writer as well. Yeah, he did like basically everything. He was like the top guy.
I just don't think we can discredit, Rockstar. I don't think they're just gonna let their shit go to fucking. hell.
We will
Well,
find out.
Well, I got another. Yeah, I got an article to follow this up with.
Okay.
So reports suggest Grand Theft Auto 6 could release in 2024 or 2025.
Okay.
Let me read it before we make any assumptions, but you obviously see where I'm going with this. So Joe Scrubbles over at IGN. Multiple sources suggest that Grand Theft Auto 6 is currently aiming for a release in 2024 or 25. IGN reported that GTA 6 was in development last year, but it was in early development. Last week, industry insider Tom Henderson put a 24 or 25 release date on the project, a timeline which has subsequently been corroborated by Bloomberg's Jason Schreier and VGC's Andy Robinson.
Which means is legit. It's always legit. If Jason Schreier gives the stamp of approval, it's a thing.
So Henderson added that the game would take place in a modern take on the series Miami-inspired Vice City,
Ooh, called it.
and that the game's map will be altered over time in the same manner as live service games like Fortnite.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be
I like
strictly
that.
online though. Like that was like one of the major points that they said on the tweet was that like it's going to be an online focused game with like changing like maps and shit like
That's
that.
pretty cool.
So then, what if that's why he left though? Then because I'm sure they're still gonna have story incorporation. It's GTA. They
yeah,
have to,
I think
but
it's just like gonna be like a constantly updated map and stuff. I'm sure there'll be a story, like a main story that's like central. You know,
maybe
what I
he
mean?
wasn't a fan of the new live service thing though, and that's why he
Yeah.
left.
Maybe,
but also
he
he's
probably just was working
burnt out,
really
yeah.
hard. Like
But I don't think he has any ill will towards it. But I also think that him not being there is going to affect Grand Theft Auto by a lot. You know, just like in the way that, like I said, he was the creative director. You know, like and
Yeah.
it might not be bad. It might not be a bad thing. But I just don't think it'll be what we're used to. I think it's going to be a lot
it's going to
different.
be the same. I think Grand Theft Auto is a standard that it has to be held to, and there's still a lot of people that are on the same team that were making the other Grand Theft Auto games. You know, it's not like we just got a whole new team of people. It's just one
Yeah.
guy, and I get that he had a massive amount of input, like all the input. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
he's still got his brother there, who's probably got a similar artistic direction, who knows the industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not putting it down until I see it. And the whole Grand Theft Auto coming out in 2024, 2025 thing, like, okay, that sounds super unreasonable, but like, 2016 feels like it happened yesterday to me. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like
Except for we'll be like halfway through our 30s by the time it comes out.
I'll
we'll
still
be
play
almost
that shit.
40.
I don't give a fuck, dude. You don't think I'm about to pick
I'm not
up?
saying you won't. I'm just saying think about that time span.
No.
The last Grand Theft Auto came out in 2013.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's ridiculous.
That's like 11,
But
12 years.
What this also says to me is that Grand Theft Auto isn't going to be the next big release for Rockstar Games. We're going to have something like Bully 2 or something between the, you know what I mean? We're going to have another big Red Dead 2 style.
Well, there is an
release
there is
soon.
still an unnamed
know?
new IP that they're working on, and
Yeah.
people have made lots of speculation, but nothing official has been released about
if
it.
they're going to wait that long to release Grand Theft Auto 6, then there's something else they're cooking up and going to release between them. They
Or
can't,
they're
they're
just
hung
working
up
on
on-
online, for GTA 5.
they've got a whole team on that. They have a whole dedicated group of people specifically working on that alone. Like, I guarantee you that doesn't impact their day-to-day functionality. You know what I mean? Like, there's something more here that we're
Hopefully.
missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be cool. Like, I hope that they're going to come out with something. I miss the old Rockstar stuff where they'd have, like, just random games in
yeah.
between their big games.
They need to get back to that. And I think they saw how good Red Dead did, and they're like, okay, maybe we should do more, like, throwback shit, you know? I don't know.
Just
I
different,
really
yeah.
hope so anyway.
Signed it with whatever it turns out to be. GTA 6 will be the first in the series history as 3D games not to include Rockstar co-founder Dan Houser, or GTA's unseen mastermind Leslie Benzies as part of the development team. So both executives have now seemingly set up new studios, with Houser's Absurd Ventures in games appearing last week, and Benzi's Build a Rocket Boy hard at work on its deeply mysterious debut game Everywhere.
Interesting.
So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully good things for Rockstar. But that is a long time for the last one. That's going to be over 10 years. It'll be 11 years at least.
11 or 12. Yeah.
I think with another big Rockstar release slapped in the middle, it won't feel that long. You know, we just need something like Red Dead style to go in between there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if
Well,
we're going by the
we did have
standards,
Red
we already
Dead.
had Red Dead
Yeah,
in
we had
between.
Red Dead too.
No, I'm just saying we need another one. You know, maybe
No.
not Red Dead, obviously.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Obviously
we
not
probably won't
Red
get
Dead.
Red Dead 3
Yeah.
till like 2030.
Definitely
at
not
this
Red
point.
Dead, but something on the caliber of Red Dead, something of that quality will be really. Mark my words. Before that,
Mark
we'll
my
get something else. You know.
So ominous. Mark my words. Yeah, but we'll see. Okay, so here's some lame news. Konami and Bloober Team, the media, who's made the Medium, Blair Witch, Observer, have announced a strategic cooperation agreement that will see the two companies developing games together, adding weight to rumors that the Polish studio is working on a new Silent Hill game. As detailed on Bloober's investor relations website, the partnership will, quote, include jointly developing selected contents and exchanging know-how, end quote. Konami's Hideki Hayakawa.
They exchange the know-how how to make a fucking good game.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I like most of Bloober Team's games, actually. It's just the Medium was kind of a dud for
I
me.
feel like the Medium taught me something about Bloober Team, and it's that it doesn't matter how much money they have, they don't know how to make a game. They know how to make a walking simulator, but they don't know how to put mechanics in play. Like, they have like cool little ideas where it's like, all right, here's a camera, and when you look through the camera, this does this, but besides that, nothing else really happens. Like, you don't ever pick up something and like use it. You don't like, and like it's like
No, you're right.
they have like a good
They're
way.
good at walking simulators. The problem
Yes.
was Medium was too long. It wasn't like I'm cool with a walking simulator if it's just like accepted itself as a walking simulator, like Firewatch or
Yes.
Layers of Fear. Even it was a great game, but it's just because it was short and sweet, and it wasn't like they didn't.
And Edith Finch, like that's another one.
Yeah, Edith Finch. That was a really good one.
But see, the problem is like, so whenever I played, Blair Witch, and I played 7 layer or whatever, what is it called? Layers of Fear. I don't know why. 7 layer burrito.
7 layers.
That 7 layer cake. But no, so like the reason why I like those,
Layers of Fear.
and I trusted it is because I was like, they don't have much money and they're making this. This is awesome. I can only imagine what they're gonna do when they have like good funding. And then they get good funding and they're like, hey, now it's the same game but with better graphics and 3 hours longer. And it's like, but you're supposed to put something in the game. Like, something's supposed to happen, And like, it just really taught me that they don't know how to make a game, like a puzzle or a game or something happen in the game. They don't have mechanics. So my worry is that they're going to make this new Silent Hill and it's not going to be good. Like,
you know what they are good at, though, is porting their own games to VR. Maybe they'll be involved in some kind of VR Silent Hill, and Konami will just be like really making it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's wishful thinking, okay?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that's the case.
I'm thinking, okay, what if it's just a VR spin-off Silent Hill for fucking Oculus Quest? I'm cool with walking simulator on VR.
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I'm
fine, or
saying? Like,
whatever.
what if it's like a 3-hour little Silent Hill experience for VR that accompanies a real Silent Hill game that's coming out for all the main consoles? You know what I mean?
That would be cool for the VR people, but it would suck for the people who play the actual game, because like they're not going to make a good game. Like, it's just
Well, I'm saying it goes with, like, it's not like the actual game. Like, there's the actual game, Silent Hill, that's coming out, and then this is just like a promo thing,
Yeah, no, and I get that. Like, I still think the VR thing would be way cooler than whatever they're going to be able to produce as a game.
I'm not even talking about them. I'm like, maybe they're just working on this, and Konami's going to work on the other thing without them,
Why would they acquire them just for the VR thing?
I don't fucking know, man.
Like,
I'm just hoping, okay?
Yeah,
They didn't get acquired. They're just teaming up a little.
Yeah, they're teaming up, but I think this kind of puts a hole in that abandoned idea that it's actually Silent Hill, and
No, I refuse to believe it. This is just more misdirection, dude.
what if it is Bloober Team gets involved in Hideo Kojima paid Bloober Team to like put out this news that they had signed like a thing with Konami, like all this stuff. But unfortunately, I think this is the case. I think we're gonna get a subpar Silent Hill. I don't think Konami understands that we don't want Silent Hill. We want Silent Hills, and we want Hideo Kojima to make it. We don't want some random Bloober Team or some other team to come in and make a subpar version of what we know could be really good.
And my thing is, it's not even Hideo Kojima for me with Silent Hills. I want Guillermo del Toro involved. I feel like he's responsible for that fucking freaky Lisa monster. You know what I mean? From PT.
Yeah, he does make creepy like monsters.
That's
sure.
what I want. I want his Pan's Labyrinth looking ass monsters all over fucking Silent Hill. You know what I mean? Like Hideo Kojima would be great for the story's sake. You know what I mean? But I feel like anybody can make a dope story but I don't know. We need the dope monsters. We need the dope ambience.
Well, I don't even think of Hideo Kojima as making a dope story. I think of his dope ideas, like on like the mechanics and the gameplay and stuff like that. Like nobody had done the like walking simulator, but in a circle, like where things are changing every time you go through a room, and like it's just like it was cool. It was innovative. It was something that like changed the landscape, and all it was a demo. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if he actually got to make the game.
Yeah.
So that's my problem. It's like we always have that in the forefront of our mind, the what if.
Yeah.
So no matter what they put out, we're always gonna be like, yeah, but what if?
You'll never get that
satisfaction. Yeah, we'll never get that satisfaction. Anyways, Brent, what you got?
Okay, let's see. Doom Eternal developer ID Software has revealed that Invasion Mode, a planned post-launch mode that would let you enter other players' games and control enemies, has been replaced with a single-player Horde mode.
Aww.
Invasion
That's
mode was
sad.
originally envisioned as the Dark Souls-inspired feature, but it seems to be too ambitious given the current development setup for so many studios. Citing unforeseen consequences from the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, the studio's shifting to a remote work environment. ID Software has instead focused its efforts on the new Horde mode and upcoming rework of the multiplayer battle mode. So, I don't know. That kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit. It's like, don't come out and say you're going to do something. I get that shit's been tough lately, and I get, like, we all had to work from home and stuff, and it's just been rough. But it's like, push it back,
Yeah, push it back till you can make it.
Until you can make it, or don't announce it at all.
Yeah.
Don't come out and say, we're going to do something. Like, that's like fucking Far Cry a year from now being like, oh, that fucking DLC we were talking about at E3 with all the old villains and stuff? Yeah, never mind. We're not going to do that anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
I could totally see that happening.
I'm just saying, like, it's
It
shitty,
sucks, yeah.
People bought that shit on like anticipating it. People bought the deluxe edition or the season pass or whatever, thinking that this is what they were signing up for.
Though that invasion mode is not what it sounds like. Whenever you say invasion, you think, oh, it's gonna be like you and a buddy team up and like you have like this horde mode happening. But what it actually is it's like Dark Souls, where people can randomly pop up in your game and start fucking you up as a demon.
Yeah.
Like, so that's pretty cool. I like that idea. I like that concept.
That would have been dope.
It would have been super cool.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not getting that.
To continue the shittiness,
what is going on this week?
it would not be a day in the gaming industry if we didn't have another reason to hate EA.
Uh-oh.
So EA and Smite developers signed deal to potentially bring TV-style commercials to games.
Yay.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. I'm dumb. There was an update. EA calls reports incorrect.
What's
or EA's backtracking because everybody fucking hated this idea.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time EA's put commercials in their games. Like, there was a big fiasco with the UFC 4 when it first came out.
Should I read the original story or the update?
Just read the update because that's going to be
update. An EA spokesperson shared the following statement with IGN. Following incorrect reports suggesting that we are looking to introduce TV-style commercials into our games, we wanted to clarify that in-game advertising for for console games is not something we're currently looking at.
Oh, but
So,
PC.
For console game, or have signed any agreements to implement. Creating the best possible player experience remains our priority focus.
Hey, if they
Fucking
put
lying pieces of shit.
if they put fucking UFC 4 on PC, I don't give a shit how many ads they put in it. Just put it on PC, like
Oh,
you know
no.
what I mean? Like
TV style ads. Like if I see another fucking emu whatever fucking ad about the stupid
the emu.
Oh
Oh,
my
my
God.
god, I'm so sick of that damn emu, dude.
those are the worst, most flat
You don't know what I'm
commercials
talking
I've
about?
ever
No.
fucking seen.
Oh,
It's
you
like,
pay for your premium shit,
insurance,
huh?
yeah.
You got the no commercial shit going
Oh,
on your shit, huh? Fucking emu. Fucking
Yeah,
he's
it's like-
going through the Snapchat filters and he turns into an emu and then they freak out and it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, dude. I've seen that like 18. You know what's even worse
Is
though?
that on Hulu?
You know
Or
what's
what
even
is-
worse is the one with the little kid and the octopus and he's like, octopus.
I haven't seen that one.
Really? I get that like 12 times a day. It must be targeted for
It's
some
targeted
reason.
to you. They know
I don't know
you-
why they think I like little kids and octopuses so much, but I don't. I don't like either of those things that much. I like octopuses, okay, I guess.
But, never- not-
No, but
not-
my thing is like, okay, this is important. All right, this is really serious. Those emu commercials need to fucking
Oh, shut
stop.
I'm sick of this damn emu
I
commercial.
really thought you were about to say something.
No,
important.
it's really important. Okay,
It's extremely important.
there's something about the it's like you can tell they think they're fucking funny,
Oh, yeah, that guy thinks he's fucking hilarious.
but they're not fucking funny. Whoever's writing these should be stopped.
I
He
think
should
the
be in
boomers
prison.
think they're funny, dude.
Okay, so
I really do think it's some boomer humor because, like I came in the other day. I hate to throw my parents under the bus like this, but I saw my
Hey, Miss
parents
Bass.
laughing at the emu commercial.
oh,
You know what I
no.
mean? And I was like, oh man.
All of them in prison.
Man.
In prison.
Oh,
We
I
just
love
put
my
your
I love my
in
parents
prison.
so much,
But
Your parents just go to prison for laughing at the emu commercials. No, look, all right, I get it. So it's different strokes for different folks. You know, it's humorous to some people, but can you stop targeting me with them? I obviously don't find them funny.
No,
I
now
know
that you're talking
listening.
about it right now, Devin's about to start seeing the emu
I
commercial
am.
because we've
They're
been
gonna-
talking about it now.
Look,
I don't hardly see commercials in my life, but they're gonna find a way.
Yo, the NSA can listen to me and somehow hear me say emu, but they can't hear that the fucking room is dead silent when they play those commercials. Not a single fucking laugh, nothing. And like, like
You know
Where's
what's
the
even
viewer
worse? You know
feedback?
what the worst is? When you're like across the room, like laying in bed watching Hulu, and it pops up and it's like, which commercial experience do you prefer? And it's like you have to sit there for like 30 seconds while it's like times out and just picks one for you.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't give a shit which commercial experience you're going to fucking give me. You know, I should have paid for fucking ad-free Hulu.
it's like Google listens to me and they do it for me, you know. But that's my thing is like I'll be like I like to sleep with Hulu on. I put American Dad on and then I go to sleep. And I'll lay there and I'll be listening to it like
You'd be right about to go to bed and it's emu.
Well, besides that, no. Last night it was like, do you have ankylospondylitis?
Oh, yeah, I
or,
get
like,
the ankylosing spondylitis
yeah,
or
no,
whatever.
like every.
I get that a lot, yeah.
It's terrifying. I'm like, I don't. Why do you play this every
Side
time?
effects include diarrhea, death, dry mouth,
Do you have lower back
do you or a
pain?
family
Would you rather
member-
risk dying? Yeah, but it's like
exploding arteries.
The
it's
fucking mesothelioma.
so like it'll start playing that and like you know I like to listen to it, so I'll be like almost asleep, you know, like where it's like you're on that brink between like reality and like the netherworld, and then like all of a sudden like everything stops, like I don't hear it anymore. I'm like what's going on? And then I wake up and I look over and it's on that stupid choose your ad thing. I'm like, bro.
I hate that shit so much, dude.
Bro, why do I pay for you? Why do I pay to get ads? But anyways, okay, so
Got
But I am
heated
kinda-
there for a second.
I am kind of curious about the specificity of
I thought you were
console
gonna
games.
say the spondylitis.
spondylitis,
The
yeah.
yeah, I need to see this commercial.
But
No, but why would it be? You know, why would they? Why would they
'Cause it's coming to
specify
PC.
yeah, but why? Why would it? Why would it
I
come to
forgot
PC?
what
not
were we
console?
talking about.
about
Ad-
EA having
the
ads.
commercials and games.
Oh yeah.
You're just like playing fucking like Fight Night round 6 or whatever, and
Do you have ankylosing spondylitis?
But
I think it's like back pain or something. I don't even like.
So I got to bring some hate to Xbox. Kat Bailey at IGN says The Elder Scrolls 6 was first announced a little more than 3 years ago, but Bethesda has always been careful to moderate expectations about its release date. That continues to be the case, with series director Todd Howard telling The Telegraph that the next game in the series is still in the design phase.
They're like, don't expect that shit till after Grand Theft Auto 6, man.
It says,
Oh,
quote,
man.
"It's good to think of The Elder Scrolls 6 as still being in a design phase, but we're checking the tech. Is this going to handle the things we want to do in that game? Every game will have some new suites of technology. So Elder Scrolls 6 will have some additions to Creation Engine 2 that game is going to require," Howard said. So you can expect that game right before you die, and then like of old age.
Dude, like 2025 is gonna be like the most lit year of
Oh, yeah,
all
dude.
time, dude.
GTA
Like,
6, Elder Scrolls 6.
everything's gonna come out that fucking year. Like,
But we'll
that'll
have
probably be Starfield. Like,
no Starfield. They're saying will be like next year
I'm just
or the
kidding.
year after. So at least we'll have Starfield till then.
dude, I can't wait to try that. Hopefully, that's gonna be sick.
No, it just
God,
sucks.
I'm such a pessimist because y'all are like, oh yeah, 2025, 26 can be amazing. I'm like, well, what if there's a world event and all this shit stops?
Like
and
a pandemic. Dude? No, I'm just kidding.
another world event.
That just means more games.
Ugh.
No,
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's horrible, but I don't know, man. I can't predict the future.
Just let me get one of them graphics cards before we have another world event.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Support for the Netflix app on the Wii U and 3DS is officially over.
Are you serious, dude? How am I gonna watch Netflix now?
I know.
I've been watching
I
it
know.
on my 3DS.
I'm sorry, bro.
3D, I didn't.
I don't know what to tell you. Now you can't sit at McDonald's with your
In
3DS.
240p. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a possibility on the DS.
It was.
Yeah. Oh
It
my
was
God.
sweet.
Yeah, you
Was
could-
it?
you
Was
could-
it?
It was about as sweet as it could be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was definitely like, yeah, it was all right. But
So yeah, no more of that. Sorry guys. Sorry fellers. Officially, you can't watch any Netflix at all on Nintendo anymore because they don't have a Netflix app on Switch.
nope. It's a gaming device, Brent.
They got Hulu.
It's a gaming
They
device.
got- you can watch. You can see your Hulu ads you've been talking about.
Anyways,
Want ankylosing spondylitis on my Switch, okay?
my Switch has lower back pain.
So this is kind of cool. EA responds to new NCAA football payment rule changes. So Electronic Arts has responded to Wednesday's Supreme Court ruling that the NCAA can't limit the benefits of college athletes. Actually reports.
Oh, nice. So
Um,
they can get paid now?
So I think in here they talk about how they're thinking about adding them to Madden. I think in some form or fashion, or doing a whole another NCAA
How would that
football.
even
They
work?
might as well just make a whole new game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This decision has spurred the NCAA to state that athletes can now profit off their name, image, and likeness, and the ruling will potentially impact the development of upcoming EA Sports college football game. Oh, okay.
That sucks for
So-
all previous college students who
Yeah.
were
Yeah, who
Who
missed
coulda
that big
banked,
gap.
like-
like, uh-huh.
But honestly, that's a good thing. Like, college kids shouldn't just be, like, not making money off of their fucking shit.
Oh
If
yeah,
they,
the
you know what I
college is
mean?
like, oh well, we're paying for your tuition. It's like,
Yeah,
I
and
don't
they're
give a fuck, dog. Like I'm playing your stupid sport.
Yeah,
Like
and they're
especially
also
since-
making millions of dollars off of like
Yeah.
memorabilia if it's a big school.
every
Like,
every time they play a fucking game, like imagine how much money they make. And
Yeah.
not only that, it's like you don't realize how many. Actually, you do realize how many of these people will never get to play football after college.
Yeah, I was about
you
to
know?
say, a lot of these people aren't going to make it to the NFL.
No.
You know, they're going to be big stars in college and then just fade away into obscurity. Even if they get drafted by the NFL, a lot of them won't end up, like, cutting the bacon in the NFL. You know what
No,
I'm
they're
saying?
gonna be that coach that was like, back in my day, I was at, and it's just like, it's gonna suck, you know. I
It's
mean,
like, this is their 15 minutes of fame. This is what they could capitalize on, you know? Like,
yeah,
mhm.
be immortalized in a video game.
Yeah.
But yeah, a statement from EA said, "We are watching the recent developments regarding student athlete name, image, and likeness very closely." A company rep tells Axios, "It's still very very early stages at this point, and we plan to explore the possibility of including players in EA Sports College Football." So yeah, that's cool.
nice.
this could affect, like, college basketball games, too. You
yeah,
know, there's all kinds of stuff.
across the
you
board.
know?
Yeah, NCAA covers all of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's all of them.
Cool.
So Joseph Knoop at IGN says Xbox Cloud Gaming is now available to all Game Pass Ultimate subscribers. Xbox announced Monday. Starting today, Xbox Cloud Gaming is available to all Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members with Windows 10 PCs and Apple phones and tablets via browser across 22 countries. The announcement reads, to sign up, you'll need to go to xbox.com/play on Microsoft Edge, Chrome, or Safari. And games will be streamed to your screen at 1080p and up to 60 frames per second. Getting access to Xbox Cloud Gaming previously required an invitation from Microsoft, but that's no longer the case.
Have y'all tried this?
I tried it out on the phone. Did you?
No, I haven't
Okay.
got a chance to yet.
Wait, this is just xCloud came to iPhone?
Yeah.
I need to update my Xbox Live or my Xbox Game Pass or whatever, and I'm broke
sorry
right now.
guys. Been trying out xCloud for a while. So.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
have
but-
you tried it like on your computer or anything yet?
Oh no, I didn't think no.
No, I haven't tried it on my PC or anything.
I thought the
just
update
played
was
it on my
just
phone.
with-
Because it might work better on like a PC browser.
affects it. It's kind of weird. Like, I'll
want-
talk about it later on, or we get to games we're playing.
Okay.
But anyways, Brent, what you got?
Let's see. New title update for Mario Kart Live on Nintendo Switch has added some more features to the game. A nice surprise for those who may have picked the game up at a discount during the Prime Day sales we saw in June. I wish I would have known about that. I probably would have picked one up. As revealed in patch notes on Nintendo's website, Mario Kart Live now includes the Mario Cup event and Grand Prix. And completing certain challenges in the cup will reward you with an extra gate and 3 more environments. So that's pretty cool that they're just updating the little RC car game that they put out.
It's pretty sweet.
That thing.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
realize. Yeah,
I was like, what is Mario Kart Live?
Yeah, it's
I thought it was like mobile or something.
Yeah, me
they're
too.
adding new items into it and stuff. So it's cool that they're keeping up with it.
Yeah, that's
Very
awesome.
cool. I've seen people making some viral videos with it.
It
like
seems
their
pretty
dogs,
neat. Yeah,
Their
like-
dogs chasing it and
Uh-huh.
shit like that. Yeah. So this is pretty interesting news for me and you, Brent, in the VR space.
Ooh,
So this is actually from PC Gamer. Stepping out of the norm.
uh-huh.
Paul Lilly. It was a nice run, but the Oculus Rift S is no longer available on the Oculus site.
Heard. Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew they
so-
were discontinuing it.
Yep. Well, it's officially, I guess it's out of stock. So it took a little bit, but the Rift S is no longer available on the Oculus website.
That's
Having-
obsolete. I mean, like, why get a Rift S when for the exact same price you could get the Quest 2 with better resolution, standalone capabilities?
Or even less. Wasn't it like $500? I think the Rift
no,
was
the
more.
Rift S was 300, I think,
Oh,
at the
okay.
end of its life. But but still, the only thing it's got going for it was comfort. Like that's literally the only thing the Rift S. Like it's got the LCD screen. It doesn't even have an OLED or anything. Like there was nothing that special about the. That's just my opinion, though.
But it's interesting. So those not in the VR space, it's interesting because there's no direct successor of a PC VR headset to the Rift S. It's just the Quest 2 now.
Yeah, I think whatever Quest comes out from now on will serve both purposes.
As Oculus's
I mean,
main.
it'll just get better and better. They're just going to improve that technology.
Which,
That's
mean,
all you need.
And
I
it
mean,
it sounds like I'm short selling the Quest 2, but I'm not at all. I mean, the Quest 2 is an extremely versatile, and even if you just use it for PC VR, it's an amazing headset.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do now.
totally.
And all the wireless VR, PC VR gaming that I've been doing has been fun as hell because I hadn't had to fuck with a wire at all.
Yeah.
It's just been completely unconnected. Yeah, I've got to worry about battery life, but
The quality is just as good. I mean, at least close. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's damn good. The resolution is like second only to the.
I think there's a few now. It's got the Reverb
Reverb,
G2 is a little
yeah.
better, and then the Vive Pro 2 now I think has a better
I think it's equal.
resolution or something.
The only one that I've heard of having a higher resolution is the Reverb.
Vive Pro 2 just came out like a few.
Regardless,
weeks ago or
you're paying a fraction of the price what these other headsets
Yeah.
are, and getting even more utility out of it with the wireless and everything else that the Quest 2 offers over the Reverb and the HTC.
Yeah,
Like,
the only
it's-
thing I would improve on the Quest is OLED screens and
Yep.
maybe like a comfortable strap. But other than that, I feel like you can't beat the price. You really can't,
Yep. So yeah,
Oh, another thing that might affect VR users, especially if you're playing on PC, is that I didn't write this down, but Microsoft Flight Simulator is getting like a performance boost pretty soon.
Nice.
It's going to get up to a 60% performance boost across the board, regardless of if you're playing in VR or
Yeah, it's like
if
an
you're-
engine rewrite or something is
yeah,
what they said.
they're spreading
Optimization.
the workload out across your CPU and GPU more, as opposed to
okay.
just like CPU holding you back.
Well,
you
yeah,
know
I'm
what I
sure
mean?
a lot of it's like function over
Mhm.
just GP.
Yeah, it's
like,
an optimization thing because it's coming out the same day that the Xbox Series X version of the game comes out, so you can expect an update around then. I'll probably try to jump back into it because the demo I saw was it was a 2060 Super playing at 4K. And they were playing full settings, and it was like 30 frames per second or something. And then they did the updated version, and it was playing at like 60 frames per second. So I'm not going to be trying to play at 4K.
I am.
Yeah, you might have to bump down to like high settings or something if you
Yeah.
want like.
I didn't even
you
think
know.
it could play in ultra settings. Period.
Yeah, it's a little choppy. Once you get up in the air, like it smooths out a lot. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
if it's got to do more finite detailing when
Mhm.
you're lower, yeah.
So
but hopefully it's more playable now. We'll see.
yeah, I'm ready for that to be on my Series X.
That's gonna be great on Series X.
Yep, of course. Farley's got to let us know. Sorry, guys. This is just a barky episode. Hey,
Yeah,
Farley,
I'm
He's mad.
Here, he's looking at the windows.
Oh, can you check and unlock the door? Yeah. Anyway, so a group of hackers has begun hacking Apex Legends following frustration at the current hacking and server problems players are facing in the original Titanfall. As reported by Kotaku, certain Apex Legends players on PC are noticing hacked in-game playlist and notifications that features text that is both complaining about the hacking situation in Titanfall and advertising SaveTitanfall.com, a website that is claiming EA and Respawn, the company behind both these games, is not doing enough to keep 2014's Titanfall safe from attacks.
Damn.
So,
These people are serious about Titanfall, man.
yeah,
And
and
I
so,
feel that. Titanfall goes hard.
Give us Titanfall 3.
Yeah.
well,
Sorry.
they apparently EA like responded and was like, "Yeah, we'll take care of it. Our bad." You know, and like they
Dang.
Talk about getting a fucking message across.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
and they're not like because and they said that they're not gonna like charge them for like hacking or whatever because they didn't like threaten any security issues or anything
They're
like that.
hacking for the greater good, you know?
Yeah, they didn't steal anybody's information or do anything like that.
Fucking
Yeah, it didn't
eat your
dock
heart
anything.
out, Anonymous, you know?
Now, see, my thing is I want them to do this now for Warzone. You know, they need to hack like Call of Duty Black Ops or something, and like be like save Warzone.
But they wouldn't
you
care
know?
about Black Ops. They'd be like, oh, well.
No, to save Warzone though. You know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Warzone's already the newest one that they're probably are spending all their resources on. You know, it wouldn't make any sense. Like,
I don't know. Wait, which one came out? Black Ops or Modern Warfare?
It was Modern
Modern
Warfare. and
Warfare,
then, well, no,
yeah.
oh wait, Black Ops.
No,
Mo-
Black.
Modern
not
Warfare
Black
is the
Ops,
most
Cold
recent
War.
one.
Cold War. Yeah.
Oh,
Cold-
you're right. Cold War's the
Cold
most
War
recent
is the
one.
most recent.
So
one,
Cold
yeah.
War is the
You're
one
not
that we need
wrong.
to hack. So like.
Or they just need to hack Warzone and display it all over Warzone because that's the more played.
Yeah, or do it that way, you know.
Yeah.
But the hackers need to stop.
I mean, regardless. So I mean, the issues in Raven Software is over Warzone. They keep up with the updates and the tweaks and everything.
Yeah, it's
for
great to
Warzone.
have the least like powerful team on the most like popular game you have. But
Probably
like,
why we don't have anti-cheat.
that's the most ridiculous thing ever. Like I'm talking like the other day we were playing and we land.
Oh my god!
This guy has an RDP, like one of the worst guns you can pick up off the ground, in my opinion. Some people
RPD.
like it, RPD, and he's fucking he's like 2 miles away from me, and instantly locks onto my head. Like I'm on a train moving away, instantly locks to my head and just blasts me, dude. Like
You watched the kill cam?
yeah, we watched
Oh,
the
and
kill
then we
cam, and then we
spectated him.
spectated on him, and there's people sniping at him from like so far away. Like you see the little glint, and he just and they just like fought like it.
Wow.
It's so annoying, dude. And
What a cheater, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
What
What
a
do you-
pumpkin
Only
eater.
headshots from like 300 yards.
what do you
Goodness.
get out of that? What do you get out
Yeah,
of it?
How is that satisfying at all? Like,
And I keep asking this, and then some people like in our Discord are like, because they just care about winning. I'm like, that's not winning though. That's fucking cheating. Like, just because you get the little thing that says you won doesn't mean you won.
You're not winning
Like,
because you're good. You're winning because you got an add-on.
yeah, because you suck. You won because you suck. That's all, the only thing.
And the hacker even got shot and killed while we were
Yeah,
spectating.
and, like-
So-
really?
Yes.
like he had like 16 people watching him. You know, like it was just ridiculous.
Wow.
My thing is like people got to stop, bro. And I think it's the streamers that are causing this issue because a lot of streamers are hacking.
They should be the ones getting caught. You know what I mean? Like, they're out there broadcasting this shit. Like, there needs to be somebody working for Activision going to the streams on Twitch and, like, and fucking just doing some kind of countermeasure or something.
They
you know?
always come out and they're like, we stopped 250,000 cheaters. I'm like,
Bullshit.
no, you didn't, because
Stop another 250,000, like, quick.
Well, and I'm starting to see like there's some hacker accounts that I've spectated and stuff, and they have like lots of skins and shit unlocked. So obviously they either just started it or they've been doing it a while,
yeah,
and like building accounts, like they're not getting their account wiped or nothing.
no, yeah, like some of them have they're spending money on their account to get skins and stuff, and you wouldn't spend
They're
money on an
spending money
account
on
you're
the
gonna
fucking
lose.
hacks too.
Well,
like,
yeah,
fucking,
it's like $7 a month. But Drive by Joe, yes, they are definitely losing at life.
Is it Brent?
No, yeah, it is. Yeah.
No,
Okay. Let's see.
let's
EA
see.
Motive is working on a brand new Dead Space game, with VentureBeat reporting that the project is being planned as a remake of the original. Earlier today, the Dead Space YouTube account was updated for the first time since 2013. The game will reportedly be revealed at EA Play on July 22nd. The report states that EA Motive is taking inspiration from Capcom's work on both Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3's remakes, which drastically changed the gameplay from the original PlayStation releases. This might not be the case for Motive's remake. The remake is expected to stick closely to the original, but introduce new gameplay elements from its sequels, as well as a modern pass on its visuals. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
See, I'm down with that. But like it said, they can't really do much in the way of a RE2 remake because RE2 remake came from fucking polygonal
Top down.
like cameras were fixed.
That's
you
the
know?
thing about Dead Space is it doesn't really need that much of a
No.
remake. You know, give it
just
the
a
Mass
remaster.
Effect treatment.
Yeah.
You don't need to do much to it. You know what I mean? Like,
What could you possibly do that is a remake? Like
that's what I'm saying. Like, all it needs is upscale to 4K. You know, change the lighting a little to be more modern. You know, give it better fucking like ray tracing and surface reflections and shit.
More gore.
Yeah, more gore. You know, make the dark darker, make the light lighter, make the fucking just
If you're gonna
touch it
do
up a
this,
little.
yeah.
But you don't need to like do much to it. You know.
Yeah, I definitely agree. A remaster would be more appropriate.
It's like if
Yeah.
you're gonna do a remake, just reboot it, restart, like make it a whole new thing. Don't make it the first game.
I think you should release the trilogy like Mass Effect. I think you should do like the fucking Legendary Edition of Mass Effect. Just give me Dead Space 1 through 3 with all the DLC in one package remastered.
Yeah.
Like, that would be sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, quit being fucking cowards.
bunch
You
of
cowards.
idiots.
Release the Dead Space.
So Adele anchors over at IGN. Nintendo adds Despicable Me producer to its board of directors to help it make movies.
It's just a
Why?
minion.
Why? Wait, who added this?
Huh?
Who added them?
Nintendo adds Despicable Me producer to its board.
No. Can you
So-
imagine what this is going to be like? That means that the animated Mario movie they're making right now is like Wario's going to look like a fucking minion. Or
Mario
They're gonna
versus rabbits versus minions.
They're
dude,
gonna have a minions fucking pop up
telling
all
you.
through the movie.
no, like the Goombas are going to be fucking annoying or something. They're just gonna be,
Yeah,
like
they're
they're
gonna
going
have
to
their
come
own
running
language.
around and like doing and like you're going to see like middle-aged women wearing t-shirts with them on it and shit all the time. It's
Oh,
going to be
God.
bad, dude. It's going to be real bad.
So Nintendo has confirmed that Chris Meledandri, CEO of American animation studio Illumination, has officially joined its board of directors. The company addressed the new appointment during its 81st annual general meeting of shareholders at the end of June. Nintendo President Shintaro Furukawa, together with director Shigeru Miyamoto, okay, I do know that one, commented on Meledandri's election and what it meant for the company, particularly in regards to the field of visual content and its possible expansion. So Chris has gained broad experience and insight as a corporate manager and in the field of entertainment. So we anticipate he will appropriately supervise our management from an objective perspective while providing valuable advice to our leadership.
Great.
So
Cool.
minions.
They just get
in.
They just get Papa John on their board of directors.
But yeah, Furukawa said that, outlining the expectations surrounding an outside board member. So
Yeah. So Matt Kim at IGN says the story goes that Pokemon was inspired by kids collecting bugs in Japan, and as such, the association with nature has always been a pillar of the franchise. The Pokemon Company is applying this philosophy to a brand new theme park in Japan. As reported by Kotaku, the Pokemon Company has officially announced Pokemon Wonder, a 48,000 square foot forest theme park where its main attraction is experiencing nature and Pokemon together. Rather than a traditional amusement park with rides and mascots, Pokemon Wonder is situated in a vast forest that remained untouched for 20 years. There, attendees can explore the forest and look for handcrafted Pokemon made from items like leaves and acorns.
Oh my god.
According to Kotaku, the park is located behind Yomiuri Land, Tokyo's largest amusement park.
Oh my god.
I feel bad for the people that have to make all these little things out of leaves and acorns.
I
and
want
put
to
'em
go.
out.
I'm sure they
so
love
bad,
that job,
dude.
The Pokemon Company bills the park as a, quote, nature adventure, and it will operate for a limited time in Japan from July 17th to April 3rd, 2022.
Oh, it's a limited
2022. Oh, so I still have time.
Yeah, we still got time. we really
Quick to Japan.
we
To
should
the
all go to
Japmobile.
Japan like before they end this, and we should go. you know.
Dude,
I've been wanting
so
to.
down.
I've been wanting to plan a trip to Japan forever now. so-
Dude, I've been.
So-
Yeah, I just need an excuse. You know.
The
This would be
excuse is
so
Pokemon.
sick.
Yeah, though.
I'm gonna go live in this forest and
Dude,
raise the
yeah.
Pokemon as my own.
All the little kids run into you, and you're just like giving them badges as you like
battle. No,
them.
you got to battle them and take their money.
I like shorts. No, like I'm just gonna like. That's the thing is like I'm gonna dress up like that kid, like the trainer with
Jamal's
the
gonna-
shorts, and I'm gonna have like my baseball hat. I'm gonna just like chilling out in the woods,
Hide in the bushes
like
and then
spinning circles, and when somebody walks past, like just stare them directly in the
Just
eyes.
walk forward, full speed. Like,
plays the music on his phone as he's approaching.
Dude, I would be like a bug catcher. I'd carry a huge ass net with me everywhere I went, and wear like one of those like park ranger hats. You know.
Oh yeah, dude.
It would be
Bug
great.
catcher Brent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one I could have used earlier. But anyways, yeah, Brent.
All right. So I got two. I'm gonna launch them both at you back to back to back because it's just how I do. Spider-Man Miles Morales is getting a like improved ray tracing mode. Version 1.10 is coming and is gonna make the ray tracing performance mode perform better with better ray tracing.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So you
Your
know,
rays are about to trace harder, dude.
get your shit traced.
You should trace.
And then Ratchet and Clank is getting a similar like performance focused update. It's going to get a new 120 hertz display mode, which is going to make it, 120 hertz. And then the fidelity mode that's currently 30 frames per second with ray tracing and shit is going to get increased to 40 frames per second. So
Wait, so the 120 frames is on the is on the performance mode.
Right.
no, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's the display mode, but it's
What the hell does that even mean? What's display mode?
I guess if you have a dope display, I don't fucking know, man.
Is that like
Or-
where
or-
it's just like a screensaver? Like
Or yeah, whenever it's playing whenever they're playing a preview at
I
Best
think-
Buy. Like,
yeah, what does that mean?
I think there's already a performance mode
Oh, okay,
that's like
okay.
60 frames per second and it looks really good, but this is like 120 frames per second. Probably looks slightly worse.
Yeah, it's probably got like
Probably like a little bit lower resolution or
1080,
something.
like
Probably
something.
like
Back-
1440.
back
or
to PS4 graphics.
yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, and they added a skip cutscene option too. So, good things happening on these PlayStation games.
Good.
Cool. Very cool.
What you got?
This one's kind of quick, but Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Neo 2, and Judgment join PlayStation Now in July 2021.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say they're all getting PC ports.
PC
I got
ported.
excited for a second.
So yeah, if you have PlayStation Now, that's
Those are
cool.
some pretty good games.
Yeah, they are, especially Red Dead and God of War and Neo 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Do you have any more news, Jamal?
I'm out of news.
I got one more. So Star Wars: The Old Republic is getting a 10th anniversary expansion designed to welcome new players.
Oh, the Old Republic. Okay.
I'm not trying to pay a subscription to play that shit.
I thought it's free to play.
I saw online there's like a subscription thing you could buy on Steam. I don't know if you have to have it to play.
Well,
or
it might
what.
be like a premium.
Yeah, that's probably a
thing.
premium version. The game is free to play
Oh,
for
okay.
sure.
I still don't trust it.
So it's been a while since the last major expansion of Star Wars: The Old Republic dropped, but now we know what's coming next. Star Wars: The Old Republic: Legacy of the Sith has been revealed and will be launching later this year. It adds a new story chapter, quality of life improvements, and is designed as a welcoming point for new players. Announced in a press release from BioWare Austin. Dude, I didn't know they had an Austin branch. The latest expansion continues the story of Old Republic as players seek to hunt down the renegade Sith Dark Malagus. Players will explore a variety of new planets, including the aquatic planet of Manan and a mysterious world with a mountaintop tomb called Elome. There will also be further operations in remains of a deep space research station.
Nice. Cool.
So the expansion also comes with a suite of enhancements for the game, including combat styles, which will expand player options alongside a variety of quality of life upgrades. Combat styles will allow players to choose a specific class. So yeah, quality of life improvements, some new ways to fight, and a whole new
worlds.
DLC and worlds. Yeah.
A whole
I-
new
I was looking at that probably a couple months ago, and I kind of wanted to try it just to see, like, just step in it and see if it'd be worth any time.
It's an MMO. That's all you got to know. It's an MMO. Like if you've played an MMO, it's that.
Oh yeah, well, that, I mean, that's cutting it pretty dry there. That
It's not though. Like it's a little like if you played any MMO, it's that but with Star Wars skins. Like it's like I don't know. If you like RuneScape, you'll like that. Like it's just better.
Well, then I might have to give it a try.
Yeah, you'll like it. I'm telling you, you'll like it. But don't go in like expecting like this is fucking crazy. I've never seen anything like this. It's like
I wasn't a big fan, but I tried it a long
Yeah.
time ago, like in its
when it first
infancy.
came out. Yeah, I did too. It was like KOTOR, but as an MMO.
No, I didn't like
No,
it.
no. Like there was
That's
a
like
lot of
slap
mechanics.
in the face
Hold
to
up.
KOTOR.
There were a lot of mechanics that were the same, like the way that you pick your attacks and stuff like that. And the combat was very similar,
Okay.
but the game, like the stories and stuff like that, no, it wasn't. It
the
wasn't.
worst part of KOTOR is
I thought the combat was great in KOTOR.
I'm just playing.
Okay.
It was okay. You know, like
Wow.
of all the BioWare games that like did it, I feel like KOTOR was like, I don't know. I didn't like KOTOR's combat that much. I feel like it was kind of disjointed and stuff compared to games like Jade Empire. That I feel like it was.
I never played Jade, so that's probably why. Like my only experience with BioWare combat is KOTOR and Mass Effect 1. So
Yeah.
you know that's why. Like so maybe it isn't that good, but in my opinion, for what it was, and that was the only thing I've played of theirs, I thought it was great.
I mean, it was serviceable. I enjoyed the game the whole time. I just feel like they could have done something different, and it would have been a good game still. You know, I don't know.
True.
Well, I might take a gander.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. I got a couple more. I'll just rattle them off. Mass Effect has a mod on Nexus Mod that lets you go into first person in the non-combat areas, which seems like a pretty cool little mod. Remedy, the creator of Control and Alan Wake, has announced a new multiplayer-focused Control spin-off with the working title Project Condor. It's being developed for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. The remasters of Final Fantasy V and VI available on PC will be delisted from storefronts on July 27th, according to the Steam store description of both items. Twitter user Robot Brush was one of the first to spot the notice, while also commenting that these remastered versions are generally considered to be a bad way to play the game. Final Fantasy 5 and 6 are widely regarded, blah, blah, blah. There's that new Final Fantasy pack coming out pretty
That's probably
soon,
why they're
which
taking
is
it
why
down,
they're
yeah.
taking it down, yeah. Yeah, and that's what I got, except for the PlayStation free games for this month. Do you have the Xbox games?
Yeah, but we do those before this week's releases?
Oh, I don't care when we can do it whenever you.
Yeah, we'll do it after I get through these terrible games. So this week's releases, I'm just gonna let you know which brand new games you can get in the next 7 days. Starting with A Plague Tale: Innocence coming to next gen consoles and Switch on July 6th for $49.99.
Terrible games, dude.
Okay,
Have you played
besides the Plague Tale.
New releases.
Okay, yeah, it's not. This one's
Just a
not technically.
re-release.
Yeah, it's a re-release on Switch and for next gen. And then we got Ender Lilies, Quietest of the Nights, coming to PS4 and PS5 on July 6th for $24.99. Guide the Priestess Lily through winding caverns, underwater landscapes, forest of glowing trees, and other areas devastated by a rain, turning people undead in the action-adventure game Ender Lilies, Quietest of the Nights.
I'm sold.
No, I'm in. And then we got Ease 9. Monstrum Nox coming to PC and Stadia
God.
on July 6th for $59.99. Renowned adventure Adol, the Red Kristen, is cursed by a mysterious woman and becomes a monstrum, a powerful being who can exorcise monsters. To escape from the city of Balduk, he must ally with 5 other monstrums, each with their own unique gifts, and stop the Grimwald Nox.
Can you say Master Bruce in that voice?
Master Bruce.
You sound like a tired Alfred.
That is Michael Caine. Yeah. All you got to do is say My Cocaine, and that's how you say Michael Caine's name.
Mike O'Kane.
Michael Caine. And then we got The Silver Case, $24.25, coming to Switch on July 6th for $39.99. Solve cryptic puzzles and unravel dark truths in this dark duology of crime thrillers from Suda51. And then we have Sam and Max. This time it's virtual. Coming to Quest on July 8th. Couldn't find a price, but dive headfirst into the funky world of virtual reality as Sam and Max push you through their mostly relevant gauntlet of training courses designed to test your mettle and break your brain.
Okay, I'm cool with that because I love Telltale games and I love virtual reality.
I
So
hate Sam and Max,
these
but
are two things I can do together. you
actually,
know?
I don't know much about Sam and Max, honestly. Wasn't Sam and Max like a whatchamacallit? What's the dude's name who made Star Wars?
George Lucas.
George, wasn't it a Lucas Games?
I don't know.
Like a old school like
I
point
know
and click.
that Telltale has been in charge of Sam and Max for a while. I don't know.
Yeah, check on that for me.
I'm looking.
Then we got Boomerang X coming to Switch and PC on July 8th for $19.99. Armed with a magical boomerang, slice, fly, and dive through flocks of evil creatures in the acrobatic arena shooter Boomerang X. And then we got Sniper Elite VR coming to PS4, Quest, and PC.
Yeah.
I done forgot.
Yeah, July 8th for...
Oh my God.
Couldn't find a price, but
3 motherfucking days.
look right down the barrel in the first game of the Sniper Elite series made for play in a virtual reality environment.
Oh my God, yes, dude.
It's going to get real, dude. Y'all are going to be sniping.
I'm gonna be sniping everything, man.
I hope it's good. I hope it plays good, because
I think it's gonna be good, man.
what if it's another fucking Medal of Honor, though?
Honestly, I've heard a lot of people say Medal of Honor isn't as bad as everybody says. That's one of those I need to try for myself. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's just like a hardware issue. What if we can't play it?
Whoa.
Uh,
What if the game's broke?
Well, I'm gonna
dude?
buy it natively. Or if we're talking about Sniper Elite, I'm gonna buy it natively on my Quest and play it through the Oculus app on my computer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That way, even if it doesn't run on my PC, I'll still be able to play the
What's up, Michael?
native version. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But-
Yo.
Appreciate it, man. So then we got Crash Drive 3. Everything. That's what it's coming to. It's coming to literally everything. Like your phones and shit. Your
Samsung fridge.
Yeah, literally.
I thought that was part of the title of the game.
No,
Crash Drive 3 hyphen everything.
It's coming July 8th for $19.99. Crash Drive 3 is a crazy open-world stunt and race game where you can race friends in monster trucks, tanks, and other ridiculous vehicles.
Oh, okay.
Play online or in a fully featured single-player mode. Level up, play events, earn cash, unlock new cars, and discover secrets.
That sounds like wacky
Like,
fun.
yeah, it sounds like an old school, like the ATV, like MX versus ATV Unleashed
Yeah.
stuff. And then we got Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin coming to Switch and PC on July 9th for $59.99. Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin puts players in the role of a monster rider who befriends iconic monsters from the Monster Hunter series as they embark on epic adventures together, which is really weird because in Monster Hunter you're like you kill all the monsters, like, and you take their skin and shit and their
Yeah,
shields.
we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird that like they make a side game where you're friends with the monsters, like
when the whole premise has been destroying it
yeah,
slowly.
it's like a Pokemon style game. Like you collect the monsters and then like you make them battle in like turn-based RPG form. It's weird.
Maybe that's a little more fucked up, even if you think
Yeah.
about it. You know,
Dog fighting, like
Oh, yeah, at least their misery's been ended, but no, you just enslaved them and forced them
Yeah.
to fight over and over.
it's true. Monster Hunter's a fucked up game.
And so is Pokemon if you look at it a certain way.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. But Black Skylands is coming to PC on July 9th. Couldn't find a price. But in the pixel art top-down shooter Black Skylands, explore the dangerous world of Skylands and its more than 30 islands, which include forest, desert, farm, and urban biomes, and the mysterious Black Skylands themselves. And then finally, we have Claire de Lune, or de Lune. Well, I don't know how to pronounce that, but
What's that song that's like? Bang, 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 bang. You ever heard that? Google it. It'll.
well,
It's a
I'll-
famous
I'll do
song.
it.
Okay.
How's it pronounced then? Is it Claire de Lune?
It's Claire de Lune, I think. I don't know.
Okay,
That's what I
Claire
always
de
say.
Lune is coming to PC on July 12th. Couldn't find a price, but Claire de Lune is a story-driven first-person puzzler that sets you on a dangerous sci-fi adventure. I believe you, Brent. I know you got that classical music, you know, in your body.
Yeah.
But- okay. So we're gonna move on. That was the last game or this week's releases
Okay, some interesting stuff coming out.
for PlayStation, right? Okay, so
Well-
Brent's got your PlayStation free games, or what is it called? PlayStation.
Oh, the PlayStation Plus free game, or is it
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
It's the
it's-
free games you
it's-
get if you're a subscriber to the PlayStation service. Okay.
That is PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
So what do we got?
For PS5, you're gonna get A Plague's Tale: Innocence, which
Nice.
is just recently gotten the PS5 treatment. It's got like 4K and upgraded graphics and stuff. And then for PS4, we're getting Black Ops 4, which is a pretty good game. It's got like zombies and
That's
stuff.
a lot of zombies
Yeah.
there.
And WWE 2K Battlegrounds, which is like
Fuck yeah.
which is that like wacky,
The big-headed
cartoony.
ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So PlayStation's getting some
Nice.
decent games this week.
There's like a okay thing going on with Xbox over here. They suck every month, and they kind of suck this month.
They
Except
put all
for
the good
one.
stuff on Game Pass recently. I feel
Yeah.
like.
So coming to Xbox One, you have Planet Alpha from July 1st to the 31st. I have no idea what that is. Rock of Ages 3 Make and Break July 16th through August 15th.
Okay.
And then for Xbox 360 / OG Xbox stuff, we got Conquer Live and Reloaded.
What?
Yeah, Live and Reloaded coming July 1st through the 15th, which is pretty dope, but it's also the censored version of the game, and I don't know if it has the multiplayer in it, like that. So there's really not much point to play it.
That's
But
still pretty cool though.
it is. It's better than what they've been putting out.
Yeah.
And then
I would much rather have that than like almost everything the past few months from Xbox, like put
Yeah.
together.
it's been garbage. And then finally, Midway Arcade Origins is coming July 16th through the 31st.
Okay, that's not terrible.
It's not bad.
There's some fun.
If you want to play
to be had
Centipede
there,
and
yeah.
shit like that, you get in there and then we can move around and try not to hit your butt, but that's about it. Then we got that's my description for Centipede.
Oh, okay.
Move around, try not to hit
Try
your
not
butt.
to hit your
I thought
butt.
you just had a stroke there for a second. You're just moving around, just hitting your butt.
No, you try not to hit your butt.
I know.
But I wish I could have been like a fly on the wall in like the room where they came up with that concept, and the guy was like, "Okay, check it out. You're like moving, but your butt is long, and like whenever you turn, your butt stays back, and you try not to hit your butt. And they were like, "This is a good idea. This is a great game."
So you're a very hungry caterpillar, okay? And you're crawling around eating shit, and you just get bigger and bigger, and you just can't fit on the screen anymore, and that's the game.
Yeah, you just try not to eat your ass. You know,
Just
that's
don't
it.
eat your own ass. That's the only stipulation.
Anyways, we're gonna go to currently playing. This is what we've been playing. I guess I'll go for. I never go first. I'm gonna go first this week.
Ooh.
Call of Duty Warzone, obviously.
Okay.
I've been playing a lot of that. Got some, got a
Got
dub.
some dubs.
Did get some dubs. We got 4 dubs in a row on.
In a row?
On not on the actual Warzone. On,
Oh, I was like, God
Rebirth.
damn, dog.
Resurgence. Yeah, that one. But then we did get 1 dub on the normal Warzone. Then I started playing Spelunky. Just
Oh, yeah, that's
felt like
fun.
testing it out. It's all right.
I like Spelunky.
It's fun, but it's hard as fuck and annoying. But like, this is my second time trying to get into Spelunky, and it's not that I'm not into it. It's just that like, I don't know if I can get into it.
I'm be real. I thought you were talking about Peggle for a second, and
No, Spelunky. Spelunky's,
Peggle's my shit, dude.
No, Peggle's awesome. Spelunky's like a roguelike 2D platformer thing that got really popular back on Xbox Live Arcade.
Right, I remember the
yeah.
picture. I never played it.
Yeah, and so like it's like a the map is randomly generated every time, but you go through the same like worlds or whatever, and you have to get through. It's interesting. It's fun, but it wasn't something to hold me while I was playing it. So I downloaded Dark Souls 3, and so I've been playing that, and I'm actually enjoying it. Like, I'm afraid to say that, but like I am. And
I actually just bought Dark Souls 3. We should play together.
on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing with my buddies in my Discord. They
Getting carried.
no,
No,
actually no,
just-
because I made them leave because so like they were trying to help me in the first part of the world, and then I realized that they were gonna kill everybody and like just get me through the game. I was like, no, I don't want to fucking play like this. Like, let me play the game.
Dude,
So-
I'll be zero help. Let me fucking
Yeah.
join you, dude. Let's do this, man. I suck ass. I haven't even tried Dark Souls 3 yet, like at all. So
Oh, dude, and I'm doing a dex build, so like I'm just going for speed. So like I'm playing as a thief, so you start with nothing but literally a knife. Like you don't have a sword or nothing. So I beat the first boss with a knife, like on my own.
Nice.
It was pretty tight. And then after that, I'm trying to build a bow, and then I got like the cool thing about the game is that it doesn't really explain anything to you.
yeah, that's all those From Software games. They kind of just throw you in blind, and you have to kind of figure it out.
Yeah, and like there's like there's crazy stuff around the world, and like there was like this guy who's just chilling outside of the like main shrine area. Like if you go out and you climb up the side of the mountain, there's like a ninja. Like he's not even a ninja. He's like a dude with a ninja blade, and he's just chilling with it and if you go near him, he attacks you, and he's super strong. Killed him and got his blade or whatever.
Oh, nice.
So which is like super good for dex builds or whatever,
Yeah.
which is really cool because like so that whole thing you were saying, like you were complaining about the different weapons. The different weapons are based on your build or like whatever you're going for. So like if I'm going for this dex build, I want to get something that works well with that build. And
Yeah.
so it's pretty cool. I actually like that concept. I thought like you could just use any weapon and it didn't really matter, but there's certain weapons I can't even use because they're too like heavy or like whatever, and I don't have the strength for them and whatnot as I'm putting all my points into dexterity and luck and stuff like that. But it's a fun game. I'm enjoying it, but we should definitely play together. You have to beat the first boss before we can join up though.
Okay, cool. I'm down for that.
Yeah, that first boss whipped my ass
Really?
many times.
Did you download it? Did you
No,
get-
I have
Oh, okay.
I have Dark Souls 3 for PlayStation 4, and I got it forever ago, and played it a couple days and gave up.
Yeah, that second boss was horrifying.
I never made it to
but
the
I
second
didn't
boss.
beat it. That one, no. But anyways, what you got, bro?
Okay. Let's see. Playing UFC 4 online again. I've kind of been getting back into it. I'm really rusty, so I've been getting my ass kicked a lot. But then let's see. I've been playing Mass Effect 2, which is I'm just moving forward with the Legendary Edition. I really like how the Legendary Edition like easily lets you transfer your choices from the last game to the next game, Like there's always been the choice transfer feature in Mass Effect,
Yeah.
but like it's not always been easy to implement because like you'll get it on one console and then years later you're on a different console and it's like you just can't always implement all your choices
This
easily.
is more back to back to back.
Yeah. This, it's just like imports all your decisions and stuff. So like everything that happened in the first game, like you'll meet characters and like, oh, this happened in the first game. Don't you remember? And it's like,
Matter of fact, I do.
and the graphics look really good. And like the game feels bigger and like more full than I remember. And I think that's because all the DLC is like built into the game. You know what I mean? I don't know. Something about it is a lot more enjoyable than I remember it being. Maybe it's just because I played the first one so many times and I haven't played the second one so many times, so I'm just having more fun with the second one.
Yeah, it's like a little bit fresher feeling.
Yeah, but I'm really enjoying myself, so I've been playing a lot of that.
A lot of people say the second one's the best one, so.
Yeah, most people
That's what I've
say
always
that.
heard. Yeah.
And I always haven't. I like, the first one has a deeper like loot system with like weapons and stuff, and that's always been kind of my thing. I felt like the first one had a more serious, like mature story, and I like the loot system of the first one. But like taking a step back and objectively like analyzing the second game, like I feel like the pacing is a lot better to the story. The graphics are obviously a lot better, even in the remastered version. You know what I mean? Like, there's just a lot going for it. Like, the characters are cool because like, you have your characters from the last game, but you still manage to have a whole new roster of characters. There's a way bigger team. The explorable area is really big. It's just such a good game. Yeah. And then I started playing this game called Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, yeah. How's
Plus. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
I've heard the name. I don't know shit about it.
Okay, don't.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't even want to talk about it because I want you guys to play this really bad.
What is it on?
It's on PC. I bought this on Steam sale because like I heard people talking about, oh, Doki Doki Literature Club, and I was like, I've heard that it was good. That's all I knew, that it was a good game. And so I bought it because it was on sale for like $10. I later realized that you can actually play the base game, Doki Doki Literature Club, not Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, which is what I played, but you can play the base game for free on Steam. It's totally free. It's called Doki Doki Literature Club. And but don't look up anything about it. Like seriously, go in blind. like please play this game without like any prior knowledge to it. It's like, I will warn you, it's really dark. It gets dark, That's all I'll say about it. But it like, for the first 2 hours or so, it feels like you're playing like Dream Daddy or something. You know what I mean? Like it's like a dating sim type thing. So like you might pick it up and be like, okay, this is stupid, and put it down. But like just power through it and like, just please, guys, go home and play this week so we can talk about it. I
listened to an interview with the creator of it, and it surprised me because I didn't really know who he was, and like I was just listening to the interview because it was on IGN or whatever.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And like halfway through, he's like talking about Doki Doki Literature Club, and I'm like, wait a minute, so this non-Asian guy made this game? Like I thought it was made by like a Japanese team.
I did too,
but it's not. It's like it's made by just some dude like
what the fuck?
Like his team.
It is
whatever.
Seriously one of the most like mind-bending, crazy games I've ever played. Like it's like I don't want to talk about it too much because I'll ruin it. Like I really will. But like go home and play it, guys, so we can talk about it. It's totally free. Like we got to talk about this.
Did you already beat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sad. It's funny. It's scary. It's just like it hits every emotion. It's weird. It's like a really, really good game. Like it's just all around. Like as far as visual novels go, it's probably the best one I've ever played. Like,
do you have a choice and like you get to make decisions? And
stuff? It's yeah, totally. You can kind of like, so the premise of the game is like you're writing poems for the girl to get them to like you. So you can like write your poem directed at like certain girls to like get different events to trigger in game. But that's all I'll say.
Okay.
I have no idea what to expect with this game.
Don't expect anything. Just expect a cutesy little game. And just look it up and don't read the reviews. Don't do shit. Just play the game. Just trust me.
I mean, yeah, if it's free, what's the difference between free and plus? What is?
I don't know, but I hopefully I'm not getting a way better experience than you guys are gonna get. But
How much is the game, by the way? Like, if you don't get the free version, how much did you pay?
I think I paid like $15 or something max.
Yeah, I'll pay $15. I'm just gonna get it and play it. That
I
want to
support the developer anyway, because
Yeah.
like he's But if you get the plus version, so there's the base game, Doki Doki Literature Club, and then I haven't tried these yet, but there's side stories on the plus version, and there's like 6 extra stories that are just not involved with the main story that I haven't tried yet that are probably pretty good.
So then that's got to be the additional. Then.
Yeah, I think that's what you're really getting with, and I think maybe there's like an extra ending or something in the, main game, but like, who knows?
Interesting.
It's fucking crazy though. You got to check it out, and like, I don't know, you just like
free on Steam, right?
Yeah, it's free on Steam.
Okay.
I spent like 5 hours playing it, and it was just like it really wild. You know that like just like shattered feeling when you were a kid and you watched fucking Butterfly Effect for the first time, like
Oh fuck yeah.
It's like a weird fucking mood. Like, dude, you gotta check this out, man. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah, that Butterfly Effect fucked with me. As
me
a kid.
too, dude.
Just the dog. That was the main part. Was that
whole movie fucked me
Well,
up.
the
dude.
whole
Like,
premise of it,
and
like
the baby,
going
yeah.
back
The,
and
like-
like changing critical events in his life and shit. Like,
I didn't really care about all that. I just hated that kid that kept killing everybody.
There was a lot of like really mature themes I wasn't ready for.
No,
as a
me
kid.
yeah.
Like,
And then, like, whenever he like wakes up and he's like missing his limbs and shit, and he's just like, oh, it's like, oh god. But anyways, yeah, what you got, Devin?
I was like tranced off, like just thinking about the whole movie. I need to go back and watch it again.
You do.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So I was playing a fuck ton of VR, a whole lot of VR. I barely played any Warzone this week.
What'd you
And
play?
I guess it was kind of the same last week. So I played a little bit of Blade, a little bit of Boneworks.
Oh yeah.
A little bit more of that, but I really hadn't gotten far in the story because I've been super sidetracked with Pavlov
Oh yeah.
and
yeah.
all the custom content that people put up and have made for Pavlov. I played a shit ton of Call of Duty maps, Nuketown 2025,
Oh fun.
Rust, all kinds of different maps. I played Call of Duty zombie maps, some more. I think I talked about this last week. But new this week, I found there was a server called Survival Island, and it was pretty much DayZ and Pavlov.
Oh fun.
Nice.
That was super fucking cool. Up to 12 people can be in a server on this, and it's a crudely made map. Like the map, it's like super basic textures and stuff, but it's a whole ass map with 2 cities in it, and then
Do you
stuff
drop
in between.
somehow, or do you?
Yeah,
just spawn?
you teleport in.
Oh okay.
Yeah, and there's like a little starting island, and then you go and you teleport in, and all you teleport in is just with a flashlight. That's it. And the map's super fucking dark. It's got
There's
houses
no
all-
melee, is there, in Pavlov?
If you have a knife.
Oh okay.
Yeah, if you have a knife, you can melee, but no, not fists or anything. So as soon as you spawn in, you've just got to run to the closest structure and try to find a gun or something.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And so there's random stuff all over the map. You collect attachments for your guns and stuff, if they can take attachments, and you just go around, and if the people are friendly that you come across, they're friendly, and you group up, or they're not, and you fight them and either kill them or die.
Man, I wish I
Along
still
with-
had money so I could fucking buy more shit from the Steam sale, because there's so much shit I still want to get. And
I
it's
think
about to be
Pavlov
over.
was on sale, wasn't it?
Yeah,
or
I
like a
think
little bit of
so.
one. Yeah. And so, playing a bunch of that, just playing different modes. There's also an Among Us type mode, but I wasn't a big fan of that.
Oh yeah, I played that. I wasn't a big fan of that either.
Yeah, and then Blade and Sorcery. So the modders did it again with this other mod that is it's a sword, but they call it like a shard sword, and it is beautifully done. So it's a sword made of like a bunch of pieces, and there's different abilities that you can do with it. You can throw and then press a button, and the sword will bust into all of its pieces and go directly at your enemy.
Oh, cool.
You can imbue it, and so you can have flaming sword shards, electric sword shards flying everywhere.
Oh, dope.
And then you can press a button, and it'll all retract back to you as a sword. And then you can press a combination of different buttons, and the shards will break apart and form a shield.
Oh, can
that
you
you
get
can-
2 of them at the same time?
Yes.
Ah, dope.
And then you can also, you grab a specific part on this sword, you grab it with the other hand, and it turns into, all the sword pieces go out in front of you and turns into a fucking spinning blade.
What? That's sick. What?
And then the last feature of this fucking
There's
sword,
more.
dude, like the modder that made this, like, put a whole bunch of thought, and it's also beautifully well done. All the physics to all the shards and everything is crazy, and how it all comes back to the sword and forms up into a sword again. So the last one, you grab a different piece of the sword, and all of the shards start circling around your left hand, or that you're not holding the hilt, and you can shoot the shards.
Oh, what?
And so you can also imbue all the shards, and you can be shooting flaming shards at someone, or gravity shards, or whatever other fucking spells that you have that you can imbue.
That's fucking badass.
It
dude.
is
Isn't
like,
that crazy? That dude probably put so much time into that, and no one but Devin will ever.
All right. Devin and like 4 other people are just like
so this
Whoa.
mod's only been out a week, and it's had 16,000 downloads.
damn.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so
Um,
maybe someone will stumble across it and be like, "Yo, dude, let's get you some work." But
The shit's cool, and you wouldn't, like, the way I'm describing it, like, you really can't grasp the quality of it without having played it, because in game it's honestly, it's more well detailed and well designed than some of the weapons that came with the vanilla game.
Dude, I can't wait to see this. I need to come over and try this.
I've
and
been trying to get you down to play all these mods.
I really
like,
need to, man.
You need to before the next big update.
Yeah.
Which I can keep it at the current version, but soon they're going to have an even bigger update where they're going to be adding dungeons and stuff, like a dungeon crawler.
What?
Yeah, and it'll be like
That sounds dope.
it'll like they're gonna they said that they're developing a bunch of rooms like for said dungeon that will align in different ways so that you can keep going through it.
randomly
Fuck
generated,
yeah,
basically.
dude.
Well, they said that it's not going to be randomly generated, but it'll be, well, in the sense of its organization. But they said that they're going to try to make as many rooms as they can, so it'll keep it somewhat fresh for a while.
Ah, dude, I can't wait to play these.
So yeah, honestly, like, as far as like a sword fighter goes, and with its physics and like how everything interacts with itself, like Blade and Sorcery could become like one of the biggest, or it's one of the most played VR games right now.
Yeah, it's one
It
of
could
the
become huge.
definitely the better physics out of all the fighting games I've played. I can't think of a better physics-based game.
Yeah,
you know?
all the collision with all the enemies and stuff, and then just the crazy ass mods that you can get in it. I've got a huge list in the mods file for the game. I have I think up to 30 mods in it now.
Wow,
Yeah.
holy shit!
It'd be cooler if it had multiplayer and you could just fight.
Well, that's I think people are trying to mod that in, and the developers are working on it as well.
Because
That would be sick.
then it'd be like real sword fight because you gotta like block with
You
your sword.
could
and
release
shit.
a whole nother game that's just Blade and Sorcery Arena, and it's like a multiplayer game that's based on the physics of Blade and Sorcery, and people
Mhm.
would fucking eat that shit up.
Well, apparently it's a very small studio that's developing Blade and Sorcery,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the modders have helped them tremendously. Just from the sheer fact that I guarantee over 50% of the purchases and downloads of Blade and Sorcery are directly attributed to the modding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like all the crazy
for
shit.
sure.
So, but yeah, I mean, and then a little bit of Warzone.
Yeah.
Most of my time has been in Pavlov. I've been loving the multiplayer. So, and you were talking about earlier, you mentioned about the you're getting it native to Oculus. So Pavlov, I bought it for Steam, and I was playing it through Airlink on Airlink through Oculus through Steam, and I was getting trigger glitch. Yeah, the inputs were getting messed up, and apparently it happens only because I'm playing Steam through Oculus.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then I was gonna actually, because I love Pavlov so much, I was gonna rebuy it on Oculus Store so I could play it, and it's gone.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
It's completely gone?
I tried to look it up day before yesterday. I couldn't, or whenever, and I've been seeing Pavlov on the Oculus Store like for the last 2 weeks, and the one day I go to look it up to buy it on Oculus so I can get rid of this issue and still play 120. It was gone. Could not find it.
That's weird.
Yeah. Maybe it's just a issue. Like they got to update or something.
Maybe took it down. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
But, yeah.
That's what we've been currently playing. If you want to let us know what you've been playing, you can drop it in the chat or in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast, and we will talk with you about the games you've been playing. So we're going to jump on over to the topic of the show. And keeping with the patriotism of the 4th of July, we're going to talk about
America.
the best video games about American history. Though This is not really the best game. This is like the
The
only
only
game
games.
These are like the games that are
about American
the
history.
only playable games about America.
yeah.
You know,
That
there are
involve
probably
America.
other games about America, but they just suck
Very
so
niche
bad they
titles.
didn't even make it on the
Or
list.
it's not that they suck. It's just like super. It's like educational, you know.
This is how the American Revolution.
Yeah, it's like a
Click
guy
this
talking.
to continue.
Yeah, it's not really games or like, and I wanted to keep it strictly to history, not just like, oh, it's based in America or whatever, because I'm sure there's plenty of games that you could say are based in America, but I wanted some of that history, you know, but like, or at least that's what I went for on my list. But yeah, so let's start this off. Somebody go. I got 4 of them.
Y'all go because I got like 1. I mean, that I played and actually
you
had,
tried to keep it to
Yeah.
games you've played.
Yeah.
All right, I'll kick it off. Let's talk about some space history with Apollo 11 VR.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a
That's
VR
pretty
game.
cool.
This game is basically just a step-by-step VR simulation of the Apollo 11 mission.
Didn't I play this? Like,
Maybe.
Did you bring over your PSVR or something?
I think I left it over at your house, and maybe you
Yeah.
played it.
Yeah, didn't you borrow it for a little bit?
Yeah, I borrowed
Yeah.
the PSVR. Yeah, I played this. This was good. It was good.
It was okay. It's educational for sure.
Definitely.
Because you learn a lot about how they have to like near the moon. They have to like couple up with the thing, and they had to like get gas and all kinds of crazy fucking shit that you don't really think about when you're thinking about the mission to the moon. You know, you just
Yeah.
think, okay, they blasted off, they landed on the moon, they went back. You know.
Speak for yourself, bro.
Yeah, what are you
Some
talking
of us
about?
are pretty informed on this.
I think a lot about it.
Well, I'm
actually,
sure you
because
guys think a lot about it.
I'm more worried about the aliens. and,
Me,
you know, like,
The dark
common
side of the moon,
man
come
over
on.
here.
the,
you know?
the NPC over here. No, just kidding. No, like I think about just like, what did they really see out there? You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't the moon, bro. It wasn't the moon. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they saw it. They just come back. They're like, it's not the fucking moon, bro.
It's just a
Bro,
big
it's
cardboard
not.
cutout.
It's not even the moon.
They're like, what was it? I don't know, bro, but it wasn't the moon.
It was like flat, bro.
Like top secret, bro.
Did you see
like,
y'all seen that meme? It was like the Space Force requests rifles or something. It's like
Oh yeah.
astronauts come back. We need rifles. What? Moon's haunted. What? Moon's haunted. What? Cox rifle.
No, see, that's the thing. There had to have been life that has died there for it to be haunted. I think that's the deeper part.
Or it could
there,
be-
you know?
Yeah, it could be the fact that it's alien ghosts and not just
Oh, yeah.
regular ghosts.
Covenant ghosts,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
Okay.
Oh shit! You thought aliens were bad. You thought ghosts were bad.
Motherfucking
Fuck
alien.
around some alien ghosts, bro.
It's okay, guys, as long as we have family.
Next one, next game we got
So
here. This
fucking-
one's very important. American history. Oregon Trail. The Oregon Trail.
The
Oregon
Oregon
Trail
Trail.
is probably the most popular, the most famous, iconic
Didn't even think of this. yeah.
American history video game that they
Yeah.
forced you to play in school. Didn't force it. We had fun, but you can die of dysentery.
Yeah.
Your kids can die. You know, everybody can die, and that's how American history worked. Everybody
Everybody
was
was dying.
capable of death.
Nobody was safe.
Yeah.
Yep. It was all about fording the river,
You were like drowning.
floating the river,
Yeah, shooting deer.
shooting deer,
You know,
dying of dysentery.
that's literally what life was like.
That's American history, baby. You know.
Now, obviously, there's a lot more to American history that video games are just not like serious enough to touch on. But Oregon Trail, I feel like, is one of those things where it was like, you know, it's like it's classic. You know,
I need
Oregon Trail in itself, like not even just like what it's based on, but just itself is a piece of American history.
It
if
is
you
now.
think about
yeah,
it.
like
You know,
the Oregon. Yeah.
1990s American history, dude.
it's crazy.
It really is.
So, anyways, why was there such an awkward silence?
I don't know. It's your turn.
Devin, yeah, spill us your one. You
Yeah.
got.
Yeah, I mean AC3, Assassin's Creed 3, man. Like,
Of course.
and it wasn't even accurate history. It was,
You know,
you
okay.
fought alongside George Washington.
It doesn't necessarily have to be accurate history
Hold on, I got a
to
question.
portray history.
So you
know what I
You
mean?
think that it didn't happen like that. No, just kidding.
Dude,
No,
I fucking knew it.
It still gets you interested in history, and
Yeah,
I think
it
that's
does.
what's important here.
The
You
Brit-
know,
the British are
I
coming.
got, yeah, mine has some retrofitted history as well. But, like, I think that as long as the history is there, though, like,
representative of the U.S. history.
yeah, of U.S., like, history.
the
Yeah.
revolution.
Yeah, the fact that the revolution was going on, that's like the beginning of American history. You know?
I'm
It's
honestly
fun.
surprised we don't have more games involved
Set
with
in
the
that era?
revolution. Revolution, yeah.
Yeah, the
I think the gunplay would be weak because just the
yeah, that's
guns
why
at the
Assassin's
time,
Creed
yeah.
worked, because you
Exactly.
didn't have to focus on the gunplay.
Yeah, because anything past the revolution, an assassin just gets shot down running through a whole ass battlefield, fucking tomahawk. Like,
Yeah. See, and they also played it like right where they have you playing a Native American. You know what I'm saying? Like they also went in and were just like, or not a native. Well, I guess at that point he wouldn't be a Native American. He'd just be a native. You know, like what's his name? Oh, the guy
Connor.
Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I feel like they did it right. You know, they were making sure that they covered their ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it would be easy to fuck up some American history stuff. I think that's why nobody wants to touch on it. But Brent, what you got?
Okay, let's see. I'll go with another VR game. So this is arguable about the American part of this history, but I think a lot of people were coming to America, and thus a lot of Americans died in this accident, and thus I consider it American history. The Titanic VR. Basically, you can experience the whole Titanic disaster in VR.
What I've always wanted to experience.
Which is, pretty educational.
Do
You know?
you get to let go of Jack?
No.
Yeah,
But you,
do
you
you-
get to
Not-
float off in a lifeboat as you watch the Titanic
Not
fucking
sold.
sink.
I
fucking-
wanna
Oh, so you
drown in
survived?
VR.
Yeah.
Who was the lady that was on the Titanic who survived like 3 different like boat like
What?
failures? Well, I forget her name. She's like the lady who
Was-
survived or something.
Titanic and then several other disasters.
Put Titanic lady
Survivor.
who survived. No, okay. Her name is Violet Constance Jessup. I think the sinkings of yeah. So
Mhm.
she survived the disastrous sinking of RMS Titanic in 1912 and her sister ship HMHS Britannic in
No
1916.
fucking way.
Yep. So,
What? there comes a point after
I'm
after
banning
somebody
her, dude. She's
after
not
so many
allowed
boat
on the
sinkings-
cruise
I'm
line
starting
anymore.
to think
like,
she did this.
Right?
You know, like,
watch her still be alive, and she's been involved in other boat sinkings.
Yeah.
She just like comes up to the captain's quarters like, hey, maybe you should go a little bit left right here.
it's like, I don't know. I'm seeing an iceberg out there.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Iceberg.
Oh, I already did the measurements. We're good. No, but what was that? All the women get off first? Okay, thank you. Yeah, no, like that was the other thing. They were just like, I saw something about the Titanic that apparently a lot more people would have survived, but the captain told them it was women and children first. So one of the guys who was running the lifeboats thought he meant women and children only. So like he was basically just dumb. And so like even though they had open seats on some of the on the boats, they wouldn't let the men on there until every woman and child was off of the boat first. And
Man.
so like they let like hundreds of people
What's
die.
crazy is there's like 2,200 people on the Titanic when it sank, and there was only enough lifeboats to seat like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
A little over 1,000 people. So like there was half enough lifeboats already.
Half
you know
enough
what I mean?
lifeboats.
Like,
And then cut down like 20% of that because they didn't fill
Fill
them.
'em up,
They
yeah.
were just like, nah, we're just not gonna fill these up.
like 3/4 of the people on the Titanic died. It's fucking crazy. Like
Yeah. But back then, they would have just gotten like a splinter or something and died later anyways. But, like.
yeah, I guess
I'm pretty sure medicine was a little further developed than that. I don't know. Could just be me.
oh shucks.
Well, nice knowing you. Like, shit was crazy back then, bro. You wouldn't catch me in a boat back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have enough to deal with on land, like, at that point, I don't know. Anyways, My next one, this one's like a retrofitted history or alternate history of America, which is Freedom Fighters, which was a great game. And it's funny because if you go and look up this game, you can play it on Steam now. They have it on Steam. And one of the comments is like, if you haven't played this game, you're not an American. And I was like, this is perfect. Okay, somebody else is looking at this game in the same way that I look at it. So here I took the little synopsis for you guys off of the wiki. But the Soviet Union became a world superpower by dropping the first atomic bomb on Berlin, ending World War II in Europe. Then the Soviet Union dropped the atomic bomb on the Japanese city of Sapporo to end World War II altogether. So they changed up who was dropping bombs. So soon relationships between the U.S. and the Soviet Union fall through. And when the U.S. finally developed their own atomic bomb in 1949, the Cold War had begun. So we're in the Cold War. The U.S.
There's a lot more happening, it sounds like.
Yeah, so the U.S. UN involvement in the Korean War caused the USSR to prop up communist states throughout Europe, Africa, Eastern Asia, Central America, and South America from 1953 to the year 2000. At the end of 2001, the USSR launched an invasion of South America, thus sparking World War III. The United States retaliated the following year by launching an invasion of Soviet-occupied Mexico. That's so cool. Chile and Argentina, as well as making landings in North Africa. So basically, all this happens, and then the game starts out. You basically here it is. So you're playing as Christopher Stone, so they're plumbing brothers, kind of like Mario and Luigi. But anyways, they travel to meet with their next client, an activist named Isabella Angelina, only to find her apartment abandoned. The Soviet Union launches a surprise invasion of the U.S., the southern United States, and the western seaboard of the United States. So Soviet soldiers are just like dropping in. It's like Red Dawn style. And they're like flying in, taking over. They occupy America, and you go and you join this like revolution that's happening like underground, literally underground in the sewers. Like you guys like start making plans, and then you go out and it's like squad based fighting. It's kind of like Brothers in Arms, except for third person, and it's really fucking cool. It's an awesome game, but it's all based in a history where in the year 2000, America's taken over by Russia, and you got to fight to take it back. So it's pretty cool. I think
Interesting.
it's one of the dopest games
Okay.
ever. It's so fucking cool. It's like if Red Dawn got turned into a video game. Like, I'm telling you, even today
Did
it
it
holds
not?
up. No, Red Dawn was never a video game.
That's really dope. But like, what does that have to do with American history though? Aside from the
It's all the wars and stuff. They retrofitted the American history.
It's
an alternate American
okay,
history.
so like
It's one of the
like
only-
Fallout kind of.
Yeah, Fallout would count too.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see. I feel you.
Yeah, like as long
Feel
as
you
it's
there.
it's got American history involved.
As the roots.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about Fallout then, because that's not.
Yeah, because that
No,
American
no.
history, you can go in Fallout. You can go to the Lincoln, fucking whatchamacallit,
Lincoln Monument.
Mhm.
the Lincoln Monument, and you can get a bunch of Lincoln shit. Like there's a bunch of stuff in that game.
Yeah, actually, Fallout 3 would be a really good one because
Like, 'cause it's
there's a
set in
lot of
DC.
stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, moving on.
Okay.
I guess I will talk about my slightly retrofitted game, which would be Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, and one.
And
one
one,
and
yeah,
two. The
1
whole
and 2.
franchise,
Yeah.
basically.
But it does have a semi-accurate portrayal of like the turn of the century America in the
Pinkertons.
1900s. Yeah, a lot of that stuff is like the names are changed, the places are not accurate. Obviously, like
Yeah.
it's a kind of a mashup of like all the southern states and Mexico on the map. You know what I mean? But the time period is realistic.
And the portrayal of said time period.
Yeah, the horses, the immigrants, the slaves, all that horrible stuff, all that time sensitive stuff is accurate. You know what I mean? Like
Even the KKK, right? Even they make
Yeah.
like an appearance in the game.
like
Yeah,
there's
you can
like
randomly come
random
across
events,
them. They're
yeah.
having a rally, and if you watch them long enough, they'll kill themselves by setting themselves on fire after lighting the cross on fire. So
It's hilarious.
it's just, if you don't kill them yourself before they get to that point, it's
Yeah.
quite a spectacle to behold.
I think Red Dead is probably the closest to having realistic American history out of all the games we mentioned, besides the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Like just based on like everything that they put into it, like historically.
And to think we'd get an accurate like depiction of that from Rockstar of all.
Yeah, and in Red Dead 2 is like a prequel to Red Dead 1. So you see like a lot of things happening like later, like
Leading
the first
up.
car and stuff, In Red Dead 1 you come across a guy who's obviously supposed to be like Ford or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's like driving his little Model T around the streets and everybody's making fun of him and shit, and he's like, this is going to be big one day. It's like that kind of thing. It's like, okay. I don't know.
Don't you like meet Tesla too? and shit?
I don't know. Somebody who's like Tesla.
Yeah.
It's never the actual person, but it's like obviously who they're intending it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can't forget Red Dead Revenge. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So real. No, but yeah, I think that's basically all I got because I had Red Dead as my number one.
Yeah,
so whatever
I've
you
been
got,
out
Brett.
since Assassin's Creed.
Okay. Well, obviously we got our war games, all the Medal of Honor games, all the Call of Duty games,
I was
all
going
the.
to talk.
I guess
yeah.
yeah,
Brothers
I
in
thought
Arms
about those,
games.
but none of them are like in America. Like
They're not set in America, but I mean, World
You
War
play
II
as
is
Americans.
a gigantic part of American history.
True.
You know what I mean? You think about any textbook that talks about American history, it goes over World
Yeah,
War
of
II.
course.
You know what I mean?
You kind of
So-
can't really skip over the whole Holocaust thing. You know what I'm saying? But like that's my thing is like with the like I don't know why in my head whenever we did this I was just like, oh, it's got to be based in America. But I would have totally agreed with you on the World War II stuff. I just didn't
Yeah.
put it because I thought you guys would be like, no, that's not here.
Yeah, like
but
the finest hour
Finest
and
Hour,
Big Hero one. Yeah.
Frontline.
Yeah.
Frontline.
Yeah, I was gonna talk. I was gonna add those, but I kind of had the same kind of thinking about Jamal, and it was more, more just like a. Didn't really talk about too many events here.
Also, a Call of Duty you play as different like countries, but in Medal of Honor you do only play as Americans. I've noticed, like for the most part, you play as like Robert. What's his name? Not Robert. You play as
Robert Pattinson.
Oh, what's his name? It's like something Pattinson. Yeah, it's that's literally the name of the guy. Not Robert, but it's something Pattinson. Jimmy Patterson. Yeah, that's it. That's the character that you play as in the Medal of Honor games. He's like an American dude. So I guess that counts, right?
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know. I thought in the Medal of Honor games you were always somebody different.
You are depending on like I think Frontline and then the one that came after Frontline you play as Patterson.
James Patterson.
Patterson.
Or
yeah.
no, he goes by Jimmy too.
I know that like Allied Assault and Frontline were
He plays
like
a girl.
a lot like each other because Allied Assault and Frontline came out the same year, but Allied Assault was for computer. And I know even the Normandy mission from Allied Assault, they like took it and remade it for Frontline for consoles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it might be the same character in both of those games. I'm not-
It is for sure. Like for some reason, Jimmy Patterson was just like they're like, this is our go-to guy.
Well, I know like Rising Sun and like a lot of the later games like switched you from character to character because that was one of the big things about Medal of Honor. Is like you were like separate, like different characters, right? Like,
No, not in Rising Sun because I played the shit out of Rising Sun. You play as one character the
you
whole
were
time.
Jimmy Patterson.
I don't know
the
if I don't think you switch different character. I thought you meant like you play as different people throughout the campaign. Like you only play as one character, but I don't remember who the character was in.
Oh, I'm actually thinking of World at War. I think.
Yeah,
which is a lot like Rising Sun. Those two
And
were
Call
like,
of Duty 2. Call of Duty 2 was the first one on 360 that we played.
Yeah.
That you switch between playing as Russians and like you played as all the allies.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And
So-
through different stories and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
yeah.
yeah.
That's well, and also I didn't play this game, but there's that one game that just came out with the it's like Indians and settlers and stuff. What it's called? This Land Is My Land, I think. And you're basically playing as like a Native American, like.
Oh, the one that was made by the indie developer.
Yeah, I don't
The
know
small-
if it's
but
any good or
supposed
not.
To look, it looked like it
it
looked
looked
really
pretty
good.
good. Yeah.
The graphics were pretty far for an indie developer.
Never heard of it. What's the gameplay like? What do you do?
I don't really know,
Oh,
but I
okay.
know it's set in
Mhm.
like colonial America.
And then obviously there's that multiplayer game that Devin.
Oh yeah, I looked. I've been seeing a bunch of videos from. There's a American Revolution war game that I've been seeing a bunch of videos pop up. It's called Hold Fast: Nations at War, and apparently you can be a bunch of different countries from that timeline. But all the viral videos and it's like some funny shit. is of red coats versus blue coats, and it's like open mics. And a bunch of people per fight and whatnot, and it's just like old school, like musket fights and whatnot.
Yeah, like you literally have like you can just play as the dude that plays the drums.
Yeah,
like,
and you can have a
like a
leader,
flute.
and y'all can actually do like role playing formations and stuff. Like all the characters can get in a formation and then march as one.
That's
But
fun.
then there's also, and then the enemies though it's open mic, and it's like
or local. Or
yeah,
not,
like-
what's it called?
area mics.
yeah,
where you
yeah,
can, like,
it's like it's area mics, and so you can hear the enemies and like the dialogue that goes on between the players and shit can be fucking hilarious.
that sounds fun.
But yeah, that was the only other one that I could think of. Not one that I've played, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
Cool. Well, there you go.
So,
That's
yeah.
our topic for the
Yeah,
show today,
That's
guys.
the topic of the show. Yeah, we're gonna jump to People's Champ, which we got quite a bit of questions.
Yeah, we got
this
some
week.
questions. We got some champions,
All the champions though, is that what they are? No, but yeah. So if you guys have any American history games that we missed, like seriously, let us know, because I want to know what other American history games there are. I feel like there's not enough. Like, not that I think America deserves or doesn't deserve, more or less games, but like I feel
We need
like
all the games.
we need some more games, man. Like it's interesting.
I mean, World War II gets fucking used to death.
Yeah, it gets
Like-
old. Yeah, give me something else to look at. Anyways, what you got, Brent? Who's the champ?
All right. The champ is obviously, as always, Aaron Jones. He says, have you tried out xCloud now that it's in beta for iOS?
Oh, I forgot to mention that.
I've messed around on it for a bit, and while it's still very much beta, I'm loving the potential of playing games mobile.
Well, we have talked
Yep.
about it earlier.
Well, I played it. I tried to play Call of the Sea on it, and
You couldn't call the C?
I could not Call of the Sea. It was so laggy. Like very, but I think it's because it's browser based on
Because
iPhone.
you ain't got that 5G.
No, I
No,
do
I'm
got.
just-
So
just
I do got
kidding.
5G though, and that's the thing is like now they just switched out my router at my apartment, and I got a 5G router now. So like I tried it with that, and it was better. Like it was playable, but it still had a little bit of like lag.
Input lag.
Yeah, which was kind of annoying, and I was like, I would never do this unless I literally had no other way to play the games, but it definitely needs that upgrade that they were talking about, that they said they're about to update it or whatever. I don't know if they already did or what, but
Yeah, they're talking about.
I think
yeah,
the
up in
update comes
performance.
with Windows 11.
okay, so when that comes, then it'll be dope. But trying to play it on the Chrome browser or Safari browser in your phone is not that great. And I imagine on the Android phones, it's a lot better because it has like a specific app that you're using.
Yeah, it's a dedicated app, but I mean, last I tried it, unless you're playing a very low graphic game, it's really rough.
I'm thinking it'll get better. I think
Yeah.
it's in its infancy. Okay. Thanks, Aaron. Great question. We're moving on to the other questions.
Oh, yeah,
now.
listener questions.
We got Jeffrey Lewis here. He says, what is one moment in video games that had you hyped?
Hyped.
Oh man, well, there's one that comes to mind.
What
and
is it?
Followed by a big ass letdown. No Man's Sky. I was extremely hyped for No Man's Sky. That was probably one of the most. That's like when I think of like what a game I was most hyped for in the recent-ish future was No Man's Sky, because ever since I was a little kid, when I was like probably 10 years old, I wrote down the like map for a game that I wanted to create, and that was basically No Man's Sky, like being able to just fly onto a planet, explore, see all kinds of alien shit, and then fly off at will and whatnot. Super hype, but was super let down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I-
What's a moment in a game that had you excited? You know what I mean?
A moment in a game.
Like something that happened in a game that got you hyped.
See, I think probably the last time I got like hype about a game
The
and
Travis Scott concert in Fortnite.
the Travis Scott no, and actually got hyped like in game as well was probably Halo 2. Like that was probably one of the most hype everybody was just hype about Halo 2 when it was coming out. You know, everybody's waiting for it. It was the first midnight release I ever got, so that was super hype. And then whenever I actually played it and I got the fucking plasma sword for the first time, that shit was fucking hype, bro. Like going from playing Halo 1 for like, you know, however long we played it, and like always just imagining and like dreaming that you could use the fucking the plasma sword, and then finally getting to use it like was just one of the coolest things ever. So I think that's probably that was the hype for me.
What about you, Brent?
Okay. I guess if I interpret it like a moment in a game that gets me hype is like every time I play that UFC game, I get fucking hyped as fuck. And if I interpret it like a moment in gaming history that got me hype, it would definitely be the announcement of Fallout 4 and the build up to the release of Fallout 4, because it all happened so fast.
Yeah, it was like a day.
They announced it and like a month later it was out. That month I was like just fucking bouncing off the walls.
Losing, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And to do the second part that they answered, in game, for whatever reason comes to mind is in Titanfall 2, the mission where you're using the time.
Oh, I haven't played it actually. That's one of the things I've been meaning to do. I've heard it's really good.
It is, honestly, Titanfall 2 is one of the most badass shooter campaigns that I probably ever played.
Don't ruin it for me. I'm gonna play that.
I'll say one thing. It's like an action. It's like you're the star of an action movie all the way through that movie, and it's also, I don't know. They do so many things right, and it makes you care about some characters. It's a short experience overall, but a very good one in my opinion.
That'll probably be the next thing I play.
Just know there's one mission that is going. You're gonna be like, damn, like it's fucking clever. It plays so smoothly, and it results in one of the coolest campaign missions of a game that I've played in a very long time.
Cool. I need to play that. Okay, moving on. We got
Jeff.
Jason here. He says, what are you looking forward to with Windows 11 on PC?
Not as many updates. No.
I'm looking forward to the HDR thing that's going to go over all the games and stuff.
I'm looking forward to trying out xCloud.
Yeah, right.
on Windows 11, yeah.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. We got Brian Moctezuma here. He says keyboard and mouse or control when playing Dark Souls.
Control. Control.
Definitely controller
This
for
is
me.
assuming we play this game. So
Honestly, 90% of the games I play, I'm going with the controller.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like every now and then I'll play with the keyboard just because I'm feeling crazy.
I didn't grow up with the mouse and keyboard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't know. That'd be like writing with a pencil your whole life, and then someone hands you like a pair of scissors and says, do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so used to a controller, you know?
I'm actually pretty decent with the mouse and keyboard. I just don't like having to sit hunched over the thing like this. Like with a controller, I can like lean back and like do different things,
See,
you know?
I'm the complete opposite in that. So I've been controller all my life, and I just recently switched to mouse and keyboard back in like December or something. But only for shooters. But like now that I'm using mouse and keyboard for Warzone and stuff, I actually sit up straighter. But back when I was playing mainly controller, I would like crouch, like lean over, you know, and have the controller like kind of between my legs and whatnot.
But you still have the ability to lean back. That's what I think is he's saying. Because like with the mouse and keyboard, you really only have like a couple positions you can be in and still be able to hit all the keys while, you know, maintaining your mouse situation. Your mouse always has to be on something flat.
Yeah.
You know, like
otherwise it'll.
And also my chair situation and desk situation isn't the best right now, so it's like I'm kind of sitting at a low, like kind of low to the ground, like lower than I should be. So
your desk is up high.
Yeah.
yeah, controller all the way, baby. No, but yeah, Brian, have you been getting good, dude, in Dark Souls 3? I just want to know. But anyways,
all right, and then we got Joey Burgos here. He says, have y'all ever joined any gaming tournaments? Won, lost, runner-up, doesn't matter.
I thought he was gonna say we were joined a gang, and I was like, no. But the gaming tournament I did play. So I joined a. If I remember right, it was the night of the Super Smash Bros.
No, it was for DS.
It was for DS. Yeah, I remember we did a tournament.
We joined it. Yeah, I lost
Yeah.
I played as Rob. I did pretty good, but some guy beat me like close
Yeah.
to the end with Mario. He did that fucking stupid Mario spike on me.
Yeah,
fucked me
the
up.
comment. What was it called? The like the fucking Aaron does it all the time.
He's real good at it.
Yeah, he just headbutts you down into the fucking nether world.
Yeah, you
To
don't want to
death.
be near the edge of the map with Aaron there, fucking.
No. But yeah, so that one, and then I also did a Call of Duty Modern Warfare tournament at a GameStop one time. Whenever it was like the release of Modern Warfare 2.
How'd you do on
It was
that?
Oh, dude, I had never played it before. And I was like, but I went with my buddy because he was getting Modern Warfare 2 or whatever. And so I was like, all right, I'll do it, whatever. I've never played it. It was like, I play Halo a lot, so I should be at least okay. Fuck no, I was not okay. That was horrible. Like, I was so bad at it. Like,
you hadn't played Modern Warfare 1?
no.
Oh, no.
Like, not at that time. Like, I didn't really care for Call of Duty after 2 and 3. Like, I just stopped playing them. Like, I don't know why, but... And then now I'm all back in, but you know what I'm saying. So it was funny just going up me like, I'll play Halo. I could do this. It's nothing like Halo. But anyways, yeah.
I have never partaken in any tournaments like that. So
Oh, that's
And
fun.
then you
It's
gotta
a
get
good
into
time.
I'm not
we,
good enough.
We should all go find a tournament and participate.
Yeah, just to lose. Like, but maybe we'll
Hey,
win.
maybe win.
No, we'll,
If we could find a UFC 4 tournament, I seriously would have a chance.
we'll just be
we're-
like cheerleaders or something.
Yeah, I
on the
was about to
side.
say, and then Jamal, we're out on any kind of Warzone tournament.
Well, we'll just be your hype beasts. Like,
That would be really fun.
we'll go in and just like fucking start yelling and shit. Like, just like, y'all fucking suck. You know, and then like have Brent just go up and then like we're just screaming, like doing the like as he goes up. You know, he just loses his first fucking match. Like,
You
nah.
guys just learn a bunch of like Joe Rogan things to say and just start screaming them while I'm like playing the game. Like,
Have like
He's
have, like,
hurt. He's
oh,
hurt. He's hurt. Oh yeah, dude, that'd be tight. I'm down for that.
Well,
okay. Anyways, that's all the questions we got today.
thank you guys.
Okay.
Keep that cool shit up.
Yeah,
You
keep
beautiful
dropping
people.
those beautiful, sexy questions. So, but-
Delicious.
oh,
Delectable.
So
All right.
we're gonna round out the show.
It's Brent's Mega Video Game Trivia. Bang Bang Bigelow.
Bigelow,
I don't know, man. I'm just
bang bang Bigelow.
I'm doing the best I can here. Okay? This week we're doing video game trivia, and probably for the foreseeable future. So get
Yeah, I
ready
like the video game
for
trivia.
some video game trivia on our video game show.
I already won. No.
Yeah, I already lost.
right.
Random facts, I'm good.
All right, these are gonna be hard since we're doing video game shit. Okay.
Okay.
So the first one might not be as hard, but it's still pretty hard. Number 1. What was the first gaming console to have internal memory?
That was the Super Nintendo.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it. No, it wasn't.
no. If it
unfortunately.
wasn't the Super Nintendo, then
It was the
that'd be the
Dreamcast? What
No,
the
it wouldn't have
fu-
been the Dreamcast. If it was internal.
First one with internal. I don't-
internal memory.
First internal memory.
Because for a long time it was always like cartridge save,
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
and then you had
So
removal. Wait, are we?
it was something
This is
Sega.
built,
It was
built-in
definitely-
internal.
No, because like
Yeah,
on the
built in. Yeah.
Yeah, built into the console.
Built
so
into the console.
so it was definitely a Sega, right? It was Sega. It was the
Shit, was it the Dreamcast?
no,
Mm-mm.
no, it was
I have
definitely
no-
not the Sega Dreamcast.
Uh,
That didn't even have internal. You had a memory card.
Yeah.
So it would have been the Sega. What the fuck was the Sega before the Dreamcast? It was the
Was it just the Genesis before?
was
that?
it wasn't yeah, it was either the Genesis or the is it like the 32X or what is it?
It's a planet.
Oh, the Saturn?
Yeah. The Sega.
Oh, Drive By Joe already had it. He,
Oh, God damn.
Drive by Joe,
We
killing
suck.
it. Yeah, the Sega Saturn shipped with 1 megabyte of internal memory.
Don't lie, Drive By Joe. You know you Googled that shit. I saw you.
Cheating bastard.
Drive by
I
Joe
saw-
knows what's up.
All right, all right.
All right, Drive by Joe,
Okay.
Devin, Jamel,
Yeah.
get ready.
All right, we're ready.
All
And
right,
other viewer.
other viewer, Michael. All right, here we go. What game did the character Sonic first appear in?
This is gonna be some trick ass question.
Definitely
It
a trick
is,
question.
Yeah, I don't fucking. No, I don't know.
because I don't even know what came before Sonic. Like,
I mean, this
he
is
said
old.
he's that old. I mean, we're technically that old. We're just dumb.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we were pretty damn young for that
Yeah,
shit.
that's true. Okay, so the first game Sonic was in. I'm trying to think of what Sega games came out before Sonic. Like, obviously there was games before Sonic, but what was the game that they would have like a prototype Sonic in?
Mortal Kombat. I don't know.
No,
No,
it'd be like
I have no clue.
no, I don't know, what is it?
It's 1991's Rad Mobile.
Yeah, I would have never ever.
It was
thought
like
of
a racing game, like, you know, Cruising USA or something. And Sonic was like the air freshener in the car. This was a year before Sonic the Hedgehog was released.
Man, them classic Easter eggs, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's
Mhm.
foretelling of the future.
And I
so-
can actually picture. Yeah, I've seen that. I didn't know that was.
I've
what was,
never
Like,
even heard of
predates,
that game.
yeah.
Here, I'll show you the one.
But yeah, I mean, they knew he was gonna go fast, you know. Anyway, so that's it, Brent.
Yeah, that's it today.
All right, Drive By Joe. Thanks for being old enough to know Saturn. Thanks for chilling with us, everybody who's in the chat.
Yeah, we love
Oh.
you guys.
Mm-hmm. And thanks for the questions. And remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcasts, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else, just like Drive By Joe did on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast or youtube.com/CreateForSanity or Facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to submit any questions you want us to read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group, and check out our video content on youtube.com/CreateForSanity. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle Al Jaffer Jamel, Brent at Brent Has One, and Devin at Devondrius. And check out the